To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. To protect your brother, even from himself. To give support at your own expense. And when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, and make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. Most importantly, we ourselves don't dishonor it. From previous legends who have donned the black and gold. These virtues I learned while playing for the Steelers are what make the legacy of the black and gold timeless. They are passed down in the locker room from the steel curtain to anyone who valiantly wears the black and gold. Creating a brotherhood that is deeper than money, business, and winning. To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. This is our culture, Steeler culture.
Now, here are your hosts, Rob and Dan, the Steel Twins.
Sam Darnold. Who? Sam Darnold. Who? Who's that? Brock Osweiler 2.0.
The man that sees ghosts.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the former Jet quarterback?
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
You mean the guy that was in a perfect system that actually works in the NFL with incredible weapons like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and Aaron Jones, who just got extended, and a great coaching staff like Kevin O'Connell. You mean that Sam Darnold that is now being talked about coming to Pittsburgh with a worse coaching staff with an offense that hasn't existed in 8 years? That Sam Darnold.
Yes. That Sam Darnold. Yes, you're correct on that.
We're screwed, guys. We might be screwed.
Dan, I'm gonna be real with you. Kind of scared right now.
You're scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
Listen,
because honestly, like, what are the Steelers doing?
Listen, here's the thing. I have zero expectations for next season, so at this point, I don't care. I'm just more worried about their financial status and where that could go into assets for the team in the future. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, the Steelers, business-wise, money-wise, when it comes to Omar Khan and company, they have to be smart about how they use the cap that they're projected to have over $63 million, something that the Steelers never see and never have. They got to be wise with it. They really do.
By the way, shout out to Charles Gardner, who subscribed to the SteelTwins during the intro with the Rocky Blyer
actually had me dying.
And shout out to Sterling Lee with a 199. Says, I knew y'all were going to go live.
Yeah, here we are.
It's Sunday. It's the day right before the legal tampering period is able to happen. We are just hours away, 20-something hours away. Let me get my math proper.
Well, while you do that,
18 hours away, less than 18 hours away until we can sign somebody.
And we want to thank you guys for joining us here live on this Sunday afternoon for another edition of the Steelers Culture Podcast, where, as always, we break down Pittsburgh Steelers football, as this episode is powered by our great friends over at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
As I crack open this monster.
And I am quite honestly concerned and nervous on what the Steelers plan to do before or heading into the legal tampering period.
What are the Steelers doing right now, guys? Listen, I'm not here to panic. I'm not here to cause panic.
I mean, listen, they still have time, right? I mean, like other teams throughout the league are finalizing deals and re-signing their own players quickly before the legal tampering period. So the Steelers could still do the same. Like the Steelers still have time, but that time right now is winding down, and they still have moves they need to do. They still have people that they got to bring back, that they got to keep, that they have to tender. They have moves that must be done ASAP.
I'm looking at the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you guys for joining us as always. They got people talking about guys in the draft like Quinn Ewers and Jackson Dart. Dart I do like. He's probably my favorite quarterback outside of Ward in this draft class, if I'm going to be real with you. Will the Steelers draft a quarterback at this point to be their starter, to be a part of their quarterback room? Odds, you know what? It's looking likely, because what's looking most likely is Justin Fields may not return as the Steelers starter for next season. That is what's looking most likely right now. I can't tell you who's going to be the starter, but I can tell you it's looking most likely Justin Fields does not return. And that upsets me. That angers me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he should have been already signed, sealed, and delivered to be the starter by now. And I understand why Fields has not resigned yet. He says he wants to look at all the markets. He wants to test the market and see how teams view him, which is a very interesting statement. He wants to see how teams view him. Interesting.
So exactly, with that being stated,
how did the Steelers view Justin Fields? Or how does Justin Fields view the Steelers? It seems like that benching of Justin Fields is going to come to bite him in the ass for this upcoming season.
Yeah, it seems that benching appeared to be the cracks onto the bridge that are now just falling apart. Or appear to be falling apart.
And believe me, Fields was always going to be the bridge for 2025. He's not the solution. I've said this ever since we traded for him. Never believed he was the guy. He's the bridge, a very cheap bridge, and given the opportunity, give him a surround system, we'll see what he can do. We'll see what he can do. Maybe he can exceed expectations. Everybody else available, I don't have that hope. I don't have that, ceiling for them. No one else available, I don't have that view. The upside for Fields is greater than anyone else outside of the organization that they could bring in.
And that's by a wide margin, if I'm going to be completely honest. More upside than Sam Darnold, more upside than Russell Wilson, more upside than Aaron Rodgers, more upside than Kirk Cousins, more upside than Daniel Jones. It's just the upside factor is what stands out the most about Justin Fields being the quarterback to go with in 2025.
Right.
That's why me and Dan and many other Steelers fans right here have been adamant about Fields being the guy. Let's see the upside. Let's see what he's learned. Let's see what he can do. See if he can be the guy. If he's not, then you know what to do.
Right.
In Pittsburgh in 2026.
I'd rather give us the best option available. Now, granted, no matter who's going to be the starting quarterback, I still view it as the same outcome all over again. But any worse option you get is the worst type of season.
Like, I'm trying to take...
Which at this point, it's not a bad thing. If we, for example, let's say the Steelers go out and sign a guy like Sam Darnold to a 3-year, $100 million contract with $60-70 million guaranteed, which, believe it or not, is actually cheap. Let's say they do that and Sam Darnold shits the bed like I think he will with any team. I'm not sold on Sam Darnold. Then guess what? They might have their first losing season and forever. The Steelers are due. So I'm actually open to it. If that were to be the case, no matter who the quarterback is, I'm cool with it. Because I have zero expectations for this year.
No, I understand that.
I just want them to have the cheapest and best option available. That is Justin Fields, in our opinion.
I'm trying to go with the best options available for the Steelers. I think that's Justin Fields, and I'm trying to take something away from the upcoming season. When I look back from a year from now, from what the 2025 season is probably bound to be, as we all expect, I want to pick it apart and look back and think, wow, we took something great out of it.
Right.
I want at least something to look forward to heading into the season.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's any other quarterback right now that's not Justin Fields, I have zero. I mean, I have zero expectations in general, but I have nothing to look forward to. I don't.
No, me neither. The chat saying, yeah, Fields is a backup at best. Truth Pigeon, you're probably right. But so is any other quarterback we're going to bring in this year. You might as well go with the guy that's already under the system.
And we're talking about Sam Darnold being the best quarterback option in free agency. What does that have to tell you about who's available out there?
Exactly. Hard pass.
It's pretty bad.
He's going to be a bridge, and a very expensive one. $30 million, roughly, minimum. He might even get $40. I don't know. He's going to get probably more than what he should be getting, regardless. But let's say we get him for minimum $30 million. Minimum $30 million is cheap for a starter. It's very cheap. That puts him right above Geno Smith right now. Very cheap. But for a bridge, pretty expensive. Not worth it.
If you're the Steelers, no, it's not.
Not if you're going to take him away from the best system, a system that actually succeeds, and puts him in a system that won't ever succeed.
Yeah, I mean,
it has not succeeded.
Do you want to get into the tweet or the report now, or do you want to go with the BetUS advertisement quick?
First of all, let's take a look at the poll. So far, 77 votes. Who do the Steelers sign at quarterback? Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers are all the options. And 68% of you guys are blown away with Justin Fields, and that could still happen. Fields might be signed somewhere else tomorrow. He may not. He's going to test the market. He's going to see how teams view him. He's going to see what contracts he gets. Does he care about the money? Does he care about how teams view him? Does he care about the situation? You know, coaching staff, system, player, personnel surrounder. It all goes into what Fields and how he looks at the market. He's going to listen to his agent. He's going to do his due diligence, and so are the Steelers. If Justin Fields says, hey, I'm going to go test the market, then the Steelers are going to be like, hey, so are we. We're going to look at a guy like Sam Darnold. It's just the NFL business. But I prefer not signing a guy like Sam Darnold. Would I take him over Russ? Would I take him over Aaron Rodgers? Yes, I would. But fuck.
That's not really
they're
saying...
They're all bad.
They're not great options when it comes to the Steelers.
No,
that's not. That's not really saying a whole hell of a lot with that statement. But yes, it's a business in the end of it all when it comes to the NFL, when it comes to Justin Fields' situation and his point of view and the Steelers' situation and point of view.
We got breaking news. According to the chat, I will refresh Twitter momentarily. The chat is apparently saying that Adams went to the Rams. I'm not seeing that anywhere.
Devontae?
Oh, there it is. Ian Rappaport. Devontae Adams to the Rams. He gets a 2-year deal worth $46 million with $26 million guaranteed. Cup is gone. Devontae Adams is off the market. Wow. Wow.
I didn't expect the Rams to be a suitor for Devontae Adams.
That makes sense, bro. He's ring chasing. He's going with Stafford.
It
It's
makes
a hell of a deal.
all the sense in the world, and it's great coaching for Adams.
And
wow.
It definitely opens up the door for Cup to be traded somewhere, maybe Pittsburgh.
Maybe.
And I don't hate that. I don't hate it.
No.
I don't like his contract. I don't like his availability questions, but I don't hate Cup because I think we could use a very well-established veteran in the room.
No, and Cup, still at his age, and even with the injury concerns, we say this in a video weeks back, he's still a prominent and impactful wide receiver. Like, his presence alone on the field makes defenses nervous.
But he's not a long-term solution, clearly.
No, he's not.
And the Steelers would still have to take a very, very early receiver in the draft, which I think if you don't get a guy like Adams, who they're not going to get no more, obviously, or if they don't get a guy like Godwin, or if they don't trade for a guy like DK, regardless, they're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So if they can get Cup for cheap, why not? I don't hate the idea of bringing in Cup. I think we need an established veteran while still drafting someone very early. Odds are they're going to have to do that. So if you can get Cup for very, very cheap, I'll take it.
Well, probably at the same time, I would imagine restructuring that contract.
Yes, 100%.
Maybe adding some void years or seeing if the Rams will still take some of that dough, some of that money. I don't know.
In fact, the receivers in the market for the Steelers is not very stacked. It's not very good at all.
No, now that Adams is gone, I mean, the Steelers still have 2 trade options with Metcalf and Cup now still. But now that just leaves basically Chris Godwin, Darius Slayton, Amari Cooper maybe. Anybody else I'm missing out? That about it?
That's it. Tyler Lockett, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, Lockett. I mean, maybe.
If you want Allen Robinson 2.0, sure. But wow, we're kind of scrammed there, right? We're pretty scrammed there. And again, going back to what a lot of people have said, they're not getting a receiver if they don't have a quarterback under contract. What are the Steelers doing? What are the Steelers doing? I think they already should have had Fields resigned by now. And ultimately, that could still be the case. That's the best case scenario for the Steelers, in our honest opinion. Otherwise, they're going to look towards Darnold, as that's being reported, which you can read the report if you have it up.
About Darnold, yes. From Diana Ruzzini, just a little over an hour ago. She says the Steelers are expected to make an offer to pending free agent Sam Darnold per sources. Many around the league believe that Darnold will wind up in Seattle, but Pittsburgh is doing its due diligence on any potential options ahead of the new league year.
Right. So, they're doing their due diligence. Field says, hey, I'm going to test the market. The Steelers are going to be like, hey, so are we. They're going to look at anyone available. Con has already said all the options are on the table. Every option's on the table. They're going to look at Darnold's way. I don't think they're going to overpay for Darnold, nor should they. Could a team like Seattle overpay for like 35, 40 billion, maybe more? I could see it because it makes sense for Darnold to go there. He has a scheme that's going to work for him. He has a scheme that's already worked for him. He has a similar scheme that worked for him in Minnesota. He's got Clint Kubiak as his OC.
Potentially.
So
if he were to go to Seattle, it's a better fit for Darnold to go to Seattle than Pittsburgh.
right.
There's
And
no doubt about that.
I don't see Khan overpaying for a guy like Sam Darnold unless they are that desperate for a quarterback.
Yeah, because this whole situation with Justin Fields, again, he's testing the market. He's going to want to see what other teams view him as, it could be pretty telling about the Fields and Steelers situation on the fact that they haven't come to terms yet. They're still open to a reunion to Fields staying with the Steelers.
Yeah.
But Fields is just going to do his side of the business and look at how other teams view him. But Sam Darnold to the Steelers, I just don't see that as a good recipe, as a great mix.
He's not good.
And the Steelers making an offer to Darnold, yes, it could speak to due diligence. The question is, what is the offer? We probably will never find that out. But depending on what happens with Darnold, hypothetically, let's say he becomes a Steeler. How much of that?
Steeler Lee with a bomb. 199 says, Con is pissing me off. Colbert 2.0. I'm getting that impression too, man. Why are they sitting on their hands? What are they doing? They haven't even tendered Warren yet, which they have till Wednesday. But they're not even doing anything. And then to go along with the title of this stream, TJ Watt's extension is looming.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett and Maxx Crosby just got paid two of the highest contracts from a non-quarterback in NFL history. Why have the Steelers not extended him prior to that happening? Now they have to pay Watt over $40 million. And at this point, at his age, and with the Steelers and their future, and where they've been going for the past however many years, and no change in sight, is that really the proper business move for the Steelers?
Yeah.
As much as I love Watt.
We'll get into that a little bit later in this live stream, but back to Darnold and what I was just trying to get at.
Yeah.
The Steelers making the offer to Darnold, is it them doing their due diligence, like Diana Rosini is saying? Or is it them just that desperate because they potentially fumbled the ball with Justin Fields? No pun intended.
Yeah, God. No, it's them doing their due diligence. I just don't see the Steelers being the highest bidder for any quarterback. I don't think that they have I don't think they have the cap to do it, but I don't think they have the business mentality to offer a quarterback the highest paid contract in its market. You know what I mean? Like for Fields, I don't know if they're going to offer Fields the most money. The Jets probably will. In fact, I'm anticipating the Jets to offer more, but it matters on Fields. Does he trust the Steelers to keep him the starter?
Do the Steelers view Fields as a starter?
As an every game starter? I don't know. It's all about situation. Does he want to go to another state, another head coach, another OC, another scheme? Does he want to stay in the same scheme, which he has made abundantly clear all offseason? Does he want new weapons to have to learn with? Does he want to go to his third team in a whole year? It matters about that for Fields. A lot goes into it. I just don't think the Steelers are going to be the highest paid, or they're going to be in the market for giving that quarterback like Fields the highest contract offered, or like Darnold. I don't think they're going to be the team that gives Darnold the most out of every team that's interested.
Yeah, but right now we're in a predicament where Art Rooney stated that the quarterback position is their number one priority.
Lil Yaya with a 5. Have trust in Con. This is the first time we have had flexibility. Honestly, let's see how Wilson turns out as wide receiver 2 and get a good quarterback 1. I still like Roman Wilson. They're going to give him the chance. He'll be the 3 or 4 this year. Because here's how I'm envisioning it. Here's how I'm envisioning the wide receiver room. It'll be Pickens. It'll be a free agent. They have to sign somebody, right? It'll be a rookie. And then it'll be Calvin and then Roman. Whatever order that is on the depth chart. So, say, for example, it'll be Pickens as the 1. It'll be probably the free agent to start as the 2, whoever that is, Slayton or whoever else is available. That'll be the 2. Calvin and Roman will be the 3 and 4, then the rookie will be the 5 until the rookie builds his way up. Because Tomlin doesn't like rushing his rookies. That's what I'm looking at.
Right.
Or whatever vet they re-sign or whatever vet they sign, maybe he's the 3, 4, or 5, and then the rookie's the number 2. But how fast are they going to push the rookie?
Probably not fast at all.
I just don't view Roman Wilson getting that high of a spot on the offense yet. Because, one, he was out all last season. They're going to bring in probably at least 2 receivers minimum on the depth chart in the wide receiver room, and you still got Calvin as the 3, and Pickens as the 1. So how much time is Roman really going to get? I don't know. I want him to get all the time possible, especially since he's going to be healthy, knock on wood.
Yeah, and that's what really comes down to it, if his durability can hold up. If he can showcase consistency as far as his health goes and as far as how he does in practice at the same time.
Right.
With Arthur Smith's scheme, his play style, his playbook and whatnot, really depends on how much Roman Wilson stands out.
Yeah.
And I do look forward to see what Roman Wilson can do if he can stay healthy.
Agreed. But you were saying?
Yeah, Art Rooney said quarterback position is number 1 priority. And we're just mere hours away from the legal tampering period from being here. We're in a predicament now that Steelers need to figure out who's going to be their quarterback 1. That could still be Fields. Hopefully, fingers crossed that still is. We'll see what goes down. Now, the report is it's Sam Darnold that Steelers are making an offer. Now, who else is out there that they're going to do their due diligence on?
Well, Lil Yaya says, with a 5, honestly, draft either Milroe or Dart and have them sit. Hard pass on Milroe unless it's like a 4th or 5th round pick. And Dart, I'll take him as high as the 3rd. I don't mind Dart. I think he has very, very good arm talent. I think the upside is there for Dart. Milroe's too raw, and we don't have no coaching gurus to build up a quarterback. We don't. We don't have the system to do it.
I don't trust the coaching to build up a quarterback. I don't. That might just be me, but I just don't trust this coaching staff and who we have to develop a guy who could sit.
Yeah.
But that just might be me.
I don't know. Somber in the chat says the only reason Fields isn't signed already is because they won't name him the starter. They want competition, but now they're left with nothing. Suits them right, to be honest. I think it goes back to when he was benched. The offense was running. It wasn't immaculate. It wasn't anything crazy, but their offense was running well with Fields, and with given more time, Lord knows where the offense could have been with Fields. But they benched him when he was getting red hot, when he was really starting to get comfortable and things were starting to open up for the offense. He helped us score 30 points in that Raiders game before he was benched, right? Things were just opening up with him and Fields, with the offensive Fields. And they benched him at that moment. At that point, maybe Fields has a little bit of resentment towards the Steelers. Maybe he has some trust issues regarding the Steelers. Maybe the Steelers won't commit to him as the full starter. Like you said, maybe they want competition. And Fields is like, nah, I want to be the starter. I see myself as the starter. So he's going to look towards the Jets or the Seahawks. The Seahawks are looking at Darnold. The Seahawks are looking at Justin Fields mostly. The Jets are also looking at Justin Fields. Apparently, the Vikings are looking at Aaron Rodgers. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
I'm getting Darnold in my mind.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
You've been calling that for two weeks
listen,
now.
if it happens, I guess it's just meant to be, right?
Yeah.
It's a Green Bay thing at the end of the day.
I will be putting the house on Jordan Love to be a Viking in 2050. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Book it now.
But that just shows you where the market is.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Giants doesn't look likely anymore. Russ to the Giants, I don't know. It's still a possibility.
A-Rod could go to the Seahawks. We don't know that. It could happen. We don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
It really all depends where Sam Darnold goes, because he's the top guy in the market, which says a lot about the market. Sam Darnold, wherever he goes, is going to tell the tale for everyone else. And I'll tell you right now, let's say, for example, Sam Darnold signs with the Seahawks like it's being heavily rumored, which I do expect to happen. Let's say Sam Darnold signs with the Seahawks. Justin Fields could very well be a Jet. And then the Steelers are left with Russell Wilson to come back. Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. I feel like those are the two top options for the Steelers if Sam Darnold and Justin Fields aren't available. That's fucking scary.
That's pretty down bad.
Unless they trade for a young quarterback. But who is that going to be?
There's been speculation and discussion about Patriots quarterback Joe Milton.
I love Joe Milton.
There's been speculation on would the Patriots be open to trading him away, get some capital out of him, and seeing if a team will look towards the upside. Wasn't there a discussion earlier today about Malik Willis of Green Bay, of the Packers?
Why would they trade him? He's a good backup.
I could have sworn I read something or I heard something on social media about Green Bay listening to offers or being open to offers.
Why would they trade
for Malik Willis? It's just something I read, something I seen. I don't know. You know, the whole Malik Willis and Steelers ties back from the draft class when we took Kenny Pickett. You know, when everyone thought that Malik Willis was bound to be a Steeler, was going to be the pick.
Yeah.
Right? At, what was it, pick 20?
Oh, yeah, was it 2?
We've got 2 words for you.
Will Howard or Joe Milton? Will Howard. Will Howard. Much better quarterback.
If you're not down with that,
Steelers talking more.
we've got 2 words
With a
for
full
you.
99 says, I know we are talking about Fields, but has Tomlin ever fully developed a quarterback? The answer is no.
No.
He had Ben all his career. And then when Ben left, we got to see exactly what he can do at quarterback. We got to see exactly how he evaluates the quarterback situation. Garbage. Garbage.
He doesn't know how to. The Steelers don't know how to.
Because Tomlin was gifted a Hall of Fame quarterback and had him for however many seasons, 17 seasons, 18 seasons, however long
And
it
now
was.
when it comes, ever since Ben retired, when it comes to the quarterback situation, it seems that Tomlin is skeptical about who his quarterback is, no matter. Could have been Mitch, could have been Kenny, could have been Rudolph, was Russ, then it was Fields, and it's just like when it comes to every quarterback, he's just skeptical. It's like he doesn't have that trust in the quarterback
We've got 2
for some reason.
words for
Isaiah with a 499. Justin just needs to leave because obviously Mike Tomlin doesn't have his best interest at heart. 4-2 record and got benched for a washed up Russell Wilson. And that's where the distrust from Justin Fields comes to the Steelers. I could be conspiracy theorying, but I honestly think that's a realistic possibility.
And is it because of the distrust that Tomlin has at the quarterback position, or is it the fact that he's scared to throw the football? Because he's been very adamant of saying that it's less risky running the football than throwing it through the air.
Well, if you want to run the football, how about you get a quarterback that runs the football?
That's one of the things that he mentioned within the past 2 years, that we need mobility at the quarterback position. That put them in a better situation with mobility. You have probably one of the better mobile quarterbacks in the palm of your hand, and you're about to let him walk, it appears.
What are the Steelers doing? And our options are very, very slim. At this point, I'm expecting them to draft a quarterback. I don't think it's going to be for a starter, but I think it's going to be for depth purposes. The options aren't great. And the worst case scenario is they're left with Russ or Rodgers, and I feel like that's a very realistic possibility. I'm just saying, man.
Jeez, man, jeez.
We're kind of screwed, guys. We're kind of. I mean, we're screwed. We're screwed regardless, because no matter who's the quarterback, I'm expecting the exact same ending all over again next year if we can make the playoffs. And that's a huge if. The schedule's tough. The conference is getting stronger. I don't know anymore. I have so little expectations this season. Unbelievable. I think this is the lowest hype I've been for a Steelers offseason or a Steelers season in general in my entire Steelers
Literally,
fandom.
there is nothing to look forward to come this upcoming season. There is nothing.
They've made no coaching changes.
None. Zero.
Donut.
Oh, you better believe we're gonna make some coaching changes. Still waiting.
Where?
I'm still
Who?
waiting.
Who? Everyone's back. So no matter the quarterback, yeah, I'm expecting the exact same result.
If it's Fields, there's something to look forward to. There is. There's some upside. There's some hope on what Fields could bring to the table, leading the charge, leading the team.
There's at least that experience factor, right? And the same scheme, the same everything.
But if it's not Fields, forget about it.
And if it's a guy like Sam Darnold, again, you're overpaying for a bridge. Darnold is not good.
It would be like the Jags when they paid how much money to Nick Foles. You remember that? What was that, 2019?
Yes.
They paid him how much?
I can't.
How much guaranteed money for him to stay 1 year?
Or how about Brock Osweiler? He had such a decent little season in 2015, which was led by the Broncos defense, and the Texans overpaid for him.
What about Mike Glennon? Remember when he signed with the Bears?
The only thing is, Sam Darnold had a much better surround system. He had much better stats. And how could you not, with talent like that, with a coach, with a system like that? But you take him out of that position and put him in a worst spot, you're asking for failure.
But even then, and I don't want to take everything away from Darnold, right? I don't. but it's obvious that the coaching definitely helped him out.
You're only as good as coaching, right?
And
coaching
look
made
how
him
far that took Darnold in that Vikings team, with Darnold leading the charge at quarterback. Last 2 games, he was awful. He was the Sam Darnold that we all know that he basically is.
Yeah.
That playoff game, he was terrible. He was seeing ghosts out there. Legitimately, he was terrible. And the Steelers are doing their due diligence according to Diana Ruzzini, but if they end up with Sam Darnold, that doesn't excite me.
No.
That
not at
doesn't
all.
excite me for the future of the quarterback position. It doesn't excite me leading into the 2025 season. It doesn't excite me
You also
with the Steelers trying to acquire any other said free agents out there trying to make the team better.
You also got to look at this. Darnold played in a dome last year in Minnesota, right? You gonna take him out of that dome, put him in the cold weather of Heinz Field?
Yeah,
Good luck.
He did that before at MetLife Stadium.
Good luck.
If you're not down with that,
Black Thanos
we've got 2 words for you.
with a where's it at?
Well, the $2, he says, how much blame does Ben get for the quarterback situation?
A lot. Love Ben to death, but a lot. They kept him too long, and Ben was never going to mentor a young guy. Just look at Mason's situation.
No, dude, like Rooney, Tomlin, they wrung out that towel so freaking much.
Yeah.
They wrung out every last drop that Ben had.
I'll give Colbert some blame too. Although, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I read somewhere years ago that Colbert wanted Ben to go, but obviously Art the Clown has the last say. So, but overall, as an organization, the Steelers have a lot of blame because they should have known when to draft a guy, sit him, or to let Ben go, and they waited way too long. They beat that horse way too many times.
And they never had a proper backup plan. They didn't. Their backup plan was Kenny fucking Pickett.
Yeah.
And that goes to show how bad that they are at evaluating quarterbacks. That Tomlin is bad at evaluating quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They fumbled that big time. And here we are talking about the quarterback position and the future of it. And, like, what is the circumstance and the chance of Fields staying now?
And I think this ties in with the TJ Watt discussion we're about to get into, because Steel Sox in the chat says TJ is the Steelers defense. They should not have extended, or they should not have assigned Cam. I see where you're going with that. And I kind of have the same sentiment about Watt. Transferring to Watt. I love TJ, bro.
We all do, man.
TJ and a long list of Steelers defensive players. He is one of the greatest to line up across the legends. He is.
He is a man that puts his blood, sweat, and tears for this team, for every snap, for this culture, for the fan base, for the city of Pittsburgh.
Not Tom. Sauce and Sports.
Great name.
Sauce and Sports.
Well, $4.99.
Says all the receivers are going off the board, with Adams now going to the Rams. Yeah. Yeah, because the names are going to keep dropping down. And we're going to be left with scraps.
Yeah, Adam's seen Stafford and the Ram staff. He's like, ooh, that seems fun. Let me go there. What exactly?
He's ring chasing.
It's the right spot for him. It's smart. What exactly are the Steelers serving to these free agents?
I know.
We've got 2 words for
Isaiah with 199, and now they're about to fumble Justin Fields. It's fitting, honestly. Steelers fumbling. Jeez. Still not talking about how you guys are trying to draft a slow running back. What, Devin Neal? Who we mocked in the 3rd round? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I know we need speed, but he's a guy that can get into open space.
He's still a guy that is a patient runner that can make defenders miss. He makes the most of every time he has the ball in his hands. I love the style that Devin Neal does. Not
I think
the fastest guy, yes, but like he backs it up with his play on the field.
I think he could benefit from Arthur Smith's game. Would I prefer a faster back? Obviously.
We've got 2 words.
Barber FM with a $4.99. Long time to see who's ready to suck next year. Draft wide receiver, quarterback, cornerback, defensive tackle. # fire Art Rooney. # fire Tomlin. # trade TJ Watt. We overrate TJ so much. I guess that's a good way to continue on. TJ, he's going to be in line for an extension. Art the Clown, Art Rooney II, has said that their goal this offseason, one of their goals this offseason, is to extend TJ Watt. Why wouldn't they? TJ Watt is a legend, right? He's a Steelers legend in our opinion. Except he doesn't have no fucking playoff wins.
No.
He has no playoff wins. In fact, the Steelers' record without TJ Watt is just as good as the Steelers' playoff record with TJ Watt. What I'm trying to say is TJ Watt is aging. He's going to get an extension. Myles Garrett just got over $40 million a season.
Yeah, he said, man, fuck them losses. I'll take the bag. I'll take the money.
I know. Maxx Crosby got 35.5.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett topped that with over 40.
Which makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL
And
history.
you got Micah Parsons coming up, Aiden Hutchinson coming up, Trey Henderson coming up, and now TJ Watt. All lined up for edge rusher extensions. Mason with a 5. I'm at the point to where I don't even want to watch the Steelers until they either win a playoff game or fire Tomlin and blow it all up. Right there with you. And that's why a lot of us don't have any excitement or any expectation for this upcoming season or for as long as Tomlin's going to remain head coach. Because we are seeing the true colors of the Steelers, man. We're not falling for the hype no more.
No.
We're not. We're not falling for this shit. We fell for it way too many times. Because you may have had the fear that last year was going to happen all over again. But with what the Steelers were doing in the offseason and the draft, you kind of got your hopes up a little bit that we'd have a better season being what we did in 2023, upgrading in 2024, or so we thought, and we haven't. So that proved to us no matter what happens, no matter how they improve, no matter who they bring in, it's not going to result in anything better because if it would, we'd seen it already. And the only reason why we haven't seen any better is because it's the same guy leading the charge. So as long as Tomlin is here, none of us are going to have any expectations. We are finally seeing the light in Tomlin. A lot of us are. I think the majority of Steelers fans are finally not falling for the hype no more.
Yeah.
So I feel you there. And that's where I think TJ Watt, as much as I love him, he's aging. He's going to get over 40-something million a year now because of this Myles Garrett extension. And the Steelers don't have a quarterback. They don't have an offense. They haven't won a playoff game in 8 years. Why would you extend TJ Watt? It makes no sense business-wise. If you were close, if you had a quarterback, it makes all the sense in the world because you want to have that playmaker. You want to have TJ Watt on your defense still. You want that difference maker. You want that defensive player of the year style on the defense,
Yeah,
right?
to put it in perspective, say the Steelers went on a Commanders-like playoff push. Championship game, they won playoff games, they were competitive, they fought to the very end. They're just this close. They were so close, right?
Or even like the Lions or the Bills.
Yeah, they were so fucking close, swear jar. They were so close that, yes, an extension for Watt seems very appropriate because, like, they're right there. They're right at the goal line. They're right near a trophy, a championship.
But the Steelers are not. They've been stuck in the mud for 8 seasons now,
it's like,
or longer than that.
It's like standing in quicksand, and they're slowly sinking down.
We're not advancing anywhere.
No.
We don't have a quarterback. We haven't won a playoff game in a long fucking time. What is the point of keeping TJ? I would much rather trade him and get as many capital, get as many assets as you can while giving TJ the right to have a better shot at winning something outside of just Defensive Player of the Year. Give him a chance in the playoffs. Give him a chance to win something. A Super Bowl, mostly. He's not getting it here. Now, that's not going to happen. TJ Watt's not going to get traded. The Steelers aren't going to do that. The Steelers aren't going to do that. The Steelers don't think that way. The Steelers think, hey, if we just fix this and that, we're right there. No, we're not. We're not. We're not.
We're so far behind, man. Like, the Steelers are blind.
The Steelers need to humble themselves. They need to realize we fucking suck. The Steelers need to realize we are in a rebuild. We need to build everything back up. We are in a rebuild. They don't want to admit it, but they need to admit it. They need to see that they are not as good as they think they are. Mason with a 5. I'll be on the phone training TJ and Micah right now. You could easily rebuild that team and have a better base than what's here now. I agree.
Why hasn't Minka's contract been restructured?
Good fucking question.
He's getting what, 20-some-odd mil this upcoming season as far as his cap hit goes?
Eric, if you want to draft him Marion Hampton, he's going to have to be taken in the first. I don't see him falling to 52. I would love a Marion Hampton. I'm not disagreeing. If we can get Hampton and then like an Alfred Collins, I'd love that. I just don't see the Steelers drafting a running back in the first round. I think there's too many other needs.
Big time.
I don't rule it out. I just don't see
It
it.
depends on free agency at the same time.
It does. But TJ, man, listen, love him to death. I want nothing more than him to have his name on the back of his Steelers jersey the rest of his career. I want him to be a one-team and done guy, like a Troy. but he's not winning shit here. He hasn't won shit here.
No, and I recall watching short videos of Watt in interviews, podcasts, right? Just talking to the media and whatnot. He's just talking about, like when it comes to the Steelers, hosting, legends for honorary moments, during halftime for games and whatnot. They bring these legends back, these get-togethers, and these players, they're reminiscing of the good old days when they played and when they, won a Super Bowl or had a great time winning a Super Bowl. They hoisted the trophy and whatnot. And Watt has just been adamant of like, man, I want to experience that. I want that so bad. And that's his passion.
You know what that reminds me of? Joey Porter Sr. He said the same thing. They would always bring in these Hall of Famers and these legends, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, all these guys, Joe Green, Rocky Bleier, Franco, Terry, all of them. They would bring them over for halftime shows and honor them. And before Super Bowl 40, Joey was like, man, listen, I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be honored. I want, it's great to think of the good old days, but those good old days are not where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need to be a part of that. We need to be part of that legacy. We need to bring one home to honor those guys. That's TJ's same mentality. And we're not doing that.
That's what he wants.
At least back then, in the early 2000s, mid-2000s, we were there. We did it. Coaching says a lot, by the way.
No, because the coaching wanted it.
Here,
the coaching wanted it so much that the players wanted to earn that right. They wanted to earn them wins. They wanted to earn and get that fucking Lombardi.
Right here, this team hasn't shown that in years.
No.
So thus, TJ Watt, he's going to get extended by the Steelers, but he shouldn't, because the Steelers need to rebuild everything. He deserves a shot to win something superior elsewhere. And $40 million for an aging edge rusher when you haven't done anything in the playoffs and you don't have a quarterback is bad business. I'd rather trade him, get as many assets as possible, and use that to go get your future quarterback and build everything back up. The Steelers aren't going to do that, but that's, in our opinion, that's the mentality they should have. But they won't. And TJ re-signing with the Steelers is very noble of the guy. Steeler for life, no matter what. I just don't think right now for the team where we stand is the proper decision. It's nothing against TJ. Nothing.
No, dude, far
I ain't got
from it.
I ain't got a bad thing to say about TJ.
Dude, listen.
I just want him to. I just want him to succeed. Also, I want him to get what he deserves.
And I think all of us here, us Steelers fans, we want that same feeling for TJ, because that man, for everything that he's been through, everything that he has done for this fucking team, to come up short every single time is heartbreaking. The fact that TJ Watt, a future Hall of Famer, the only Pittsburgh Steeler so far that has over 100 career sacks in Steelers history, has nothing to show for it at all. That fucking pains me to say that. This man is a generational talent, and he has no playoff win to show for it. And as long as he is a Steeler, that's only going to continue, unfortunately, until we are proven otherwise. I want nothing more than Watt to win a championship here, to hold and hoist a Lombardi on top of the podium. That's not going to happen in Pittsburgh.
I always come back to look at the defensive player of the year for the Steelers in team history. Joe Green, Jack Lambert, Troy,
Debo.
If you're not down with that, we've got two words.
Barbara, I'll get to you in a second. All those got one thing in common outside of defensive player of the year. Championships. The only two defensive player of the years for the Steelers that haven't won a championship with the Steelers was Roddy Woodson and now TJ Watt. At least Roddy had a chance.
Rod went. He'd
been there.
He left. He'd been there. He left, and it actually did him good. It did Rod Woodson better leaving the Steelers.
This team can't even give Watt an offense to let him breathe. This team can't even give TJ that chance. Thus, extending him for $40 million, I don't think is the proper business move for the team right now where they stand. They're delusional. They need to get out of that thinking bubble and restart. But we know they're not. So TJ, regarding his contract, I do believe he will get extended. It's just a matter of when and how much. He's going to get over 40. He's going to by the Steelers. And if he does, it's very noble of Watt to stay with the team, to still trust the process. You know what I mean? That's kind of where we stand with TJ.
Yeah, I mean, Watt, as long as he's with his team, he will continue to lead the charge as a captain, as a leader, as a man with experience with his team that's been through it all. He's going to be one of those guys that's going to continue to lead the charge. And the Steelers, they honor that. They appreciate that. And they want to keep a guy like that. And how could you not?
Right.
It's just the fact of the matter that the Steelers have not taken a step forward for how many years now? And Watt is just stuck with them. He's stuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, if we were closer, by God, please resign TJ. But we're not even close. You know what I mean?
So
That's-
so think of it business wise. Like, is it a wise decision? Is it a smart decision? Yes, you're keeping a guy like TJ Watt, generational talent, guy can steal ball, future Hall of Famer. We all know this. Guy's one of the leaders on this defense, one of the most consistent players throughout the past decade for the Steelers.
Right.
What has it led to in the end? And it's not even TJ Watt's fault.
Well, I'll say this about TJ. Maybe he has disappeared towards the end of the season numerous times. He has. The stats show it. But I also throw out the defense, and the defensive scheme is trash. It's too predictable.
Well,
it's outdated.
It doesn't help. You're keeping TJ Watt stationary.
Everyone's stationary.
95% of the time throughout the season.
Everyone's stationary.
So when offenses acknowledge that, when they see that, all they got to do is put another man on the other side to help out the tackle to block Watt. I mean, there's only so much that Watt can do.
They're going to chip him with a tight end and a running back.
You're going to slow Watt down. There's only so
And
much
guess
that
what?
Watt can do.
No one can cover downfield, so the receivers are open in 2 seconds. It's a garbage defensive scheme. Isaiah with 499. That's why Justin Fields should leave, because his talent is going to be wasted here, like AB, Lev Bell, and others, especially as long as Tomlin is the coach. If that's the case, I don't blame him. And Barber, we're going to get back to you. With a 499, he says, thoughts on Jackson Dart. I like him. I really like him. He's my second favorite quarterback outside of Cam Ward. And obviously, Cam Ward's probably going #1 overall. So, if we want to draft Jackson Dart, I'm all for it, but not until maybe the 3rd round.
At the highest.
I'm not taking. We have too many needs to go quarterback right now. I know quarterback is the top need, but I'm telling you, no matter who the quarterback is, it's the same result. I'd rather build everything around the quarterback position first, because you already know in 2026 you're drafting a quarterback. You might as well set that quarterback up by giving him everything. Everything. Almost like what the Bears did with Caleb Williams.
Or what they're trying to do with Caleb.
I'm not taking a quarterback till at least the 3rd round, the earliest. And there's not many quarterbacks I would take that early. Dart is one of them. Dart is probably the only one. That's it. You got to fix everything around quarterback first to set up the next guy. Because no one that they sign this week is the next guy, is the guy. You got to fix everything around quarterback. That's receiver, corner, defensive line, running back. Maybe guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like Dart. I think Dart is a very good quarterback. Mentally, I think he needs some work. He needs to be benched a little bit. But with his arm talent, his arm power, and the ball placement, I think it's there. He throws with a Barber FM. Thoughts on reports that Tomlin wanted Hurts. When was that?
You talking about from like 2020?
He wanted Hurts? Why didn't he select him over Claypool? You know what? That might go back to Ben. Maybe Ben didn't want a quarterback that year. Ben wanted a tall receiver.
Okay, like,
But here's the thing, okay?
like I get it. Ben, he was a captain. He had the experience. Been with the team for so long.
He had a lot to say.
He had a lot to say. Yes, of course. I mean, the quarterback usually does. But like, you're really gonna let him affect your future?
Yes, they did exactly that.
So,
Ben
exactly who the fuck's the leader?
Ben might as well have been the GM.
Exactly who's the leader then? Who's leading the charge?
It was Ben. Ben took a $5 million pay cut. He got Juju back, and he got Claypool. You know what I mean?
Jesus, dude.
They were going to do what Ben said. And Ben knew that. The organization fucked up their quarterbacks, and that's why we're still here. They should have done what the Packers did. That the organization doesn't have the spine to tell them that.
Now that's on Ben for his ego and thinking that he still had it.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words.
Barber with a 199 says Ben should have been gone after he pooped in 2020.
I agree.
I think that should have been his last year.
In fact, we're on record for this. In 2020, after 2020, we said Ben needs to go and give Mason the keys for 2021 because we knew it was going to end in the same part, and you might as well give Mason the shot and see where you're at.
Yeah.
Same situation we're in this year with maybe Fields, maybe not Fields. I don't know. Same situation. They should have done that in 2021. Instead, they kept him around too long.
Yeah.
And they're still paying for it because we're having the 2021 season this year when we could have already had that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, in 2022, you still would have had to draft a quarterback, and that probably would have been Pickett. So perhaps they still would have been in the same boat. But maybe in 2021, they could have went into the offseason and gotten a different quarterback. Lord knows.
Yeah, but if Tomlin wanted Hurts, one, he should have never listened to Ben, but Ben's ego got in the way of him. And two, Tomlin should have just simply said, no, we and Colbert here want to go with this guy, so we're going to do this.
Well, here's the thing with Hurts. He was never going to succeed with the Steelers.
I was going to get to that. You took it right out of my mouth. Hurts would not be where he is right now if he's a Steeler.
If you take
nowhere near.
If you take Jalen Hurts out of the Eagles' system and put him with Pittsburgh, is he the same quarterback? The answer is no. No.
Hurts has a lot more freedom in Philly because they let Hurts do what he needs to do. They are working with his positives. They make the positives stand out.
They drafted a first-round receiver. They traded a first-rounder for one of the best receivers in the league. They gave him an unbelievable offensive line, and they signed Saquon. The Steelers don't even have half of that.
No.
And they would have never had half of that, even if they got Hurts. So I know a lot of people say, oh, we took Claypool over Hurts. It wouldn't have made a lick of a difference. Hurts is exactly where he belongs. Coaching, you're only as good as coaching, which is why Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl MVP, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and which is why Sam Darnold is going to get overpaid for shit.
Yeah. Why do you think Nick Foles got that bag in Jacksonville?
I know.
Speaking of a bag, Josh Allen just got extended.
Oh, we got more news?
Josh Allen, yeah, of the Bills, not Josh Hines Allen. Josh Allen and the Bills have reached an agreement on a new record-setting 6-year, $330 million contract that includes $250 million guaranteed, the largest guarantee ever given to an NFL player.
God damn.
Allen actually had 4 years left on his deal, but the Bills still rewarded their franchise quarterback with a new benchmark deal.
So you said $250 million guaranteed?
$250 million guaranteed.
That's 19 more than Dak Prescott. 19 million more than Dak Prescott.
As he should. Dak Prescott
He's
should
at
not
least
be.
worth that. First of all, I think every market in the NFL is overdone.
It's increasing.
It's stupid.
Not in a good way.
It's stupid. It's absolutely criminal. I know the cap goes up every year. Come on, I don't think any NFL player should be getting 50 fucking million a season. I'm blunt with you. I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's the market now. That's the business now. That's what they're going to make. But at least that's worth that. Josh Allen's worth that. Good for the Bills. Must be nice to have a good quarterback.
I mean, Allen carried that Bills
What's
team.
that? Huh? What's that? Speaking of extensions, Aaron Jones got extended by the Vikings hours ago. He signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with $13 million guaranteed, which tells you everything you need to know about Najee Harris's future in Pittsburgh. I think we already kind of figured that Najee was not going to be re-signed, but especially now, not after this. People consider Najee the top running back in the free agency market. I don't know if Najee's better than Aaron Jones, but at least what's available now, Najee's the top running back on the market. He's not going to get extended by the Steelers. He's going to go. The Steelers haven't tendered Warren yet. They have until Wednesday. Najee's gone, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Say your goodbyes.
Najee's looking toward the Chargers' direction, the Raiders' direction, of course. You know, those are just better options, better fits for Najee Harris, really. I love Najee. I'm always appreciative of what Najee has done as a Pittsburgh Steeler, wearing that logo, putting on the uniform, doing what he had to do with awful coaching and an awful offensive line at that. Najee did all that he could. But I think it's time to move on as the Steelers are looking to upgrade the position, which I feel like we can get better at.
The Patriots are signing Harold Landry to a 3-year, $43.5 million contract. With
He's back with Mike
guaranteed.
Vrabel.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Yes, it does.
The Patriots are going to be making a lot of moves, man.
Well, they have over 120 mil. Like, they should.
Yeah.
They have the resources to do it.
Yeah.
And a great coach at that.
But yeah, Najee's going to be gone, guys. We already knew we were going to need running back this offseason. Where they draft a quarterback, probably within the first 2 picks, if I had to be honest with you. But it depends what they do in free agency. They need a corner. They need defensive line. They need a receiver. Receivers are so bare in free agency. I think the best business move right now is tomorrow, as soon as you're able to talk to people, you sign a top corner and you sign a top defensive lineman. I know that's putting more money into the defense, but fuck it. I mean, fuck it. You have the money to do it. Fuck it. Who cares? Okay? You're not putting money into the offense, clearly. Fuck it. And then,
Well, that depends with Darnold.
And then
Fields.
and then in the draft, oh yeah.
Yeah, it really depends.
But what I was going with, and then in the draft, receiver is top heavy, running back stacked. You can still go corner defensive line early if you want to.
Right.
I don't know. They might go quarterback early now. If that's Jackson Dart.
Down with that.
Eric Horn.
2 words for you.
Eric Horn.
I was hearing Najee, Eric Horn with the 2. I was hearing Najee was going to Dallas.
I heard he might go to the Chargers. And I know the rate. The Chargers makes the most sense.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words.
Barber
for
FM with
you.
199. We are going to wait until day 7 and grab everyone. Kevin Colbert all over again, huh?
That's the Kevin Colbert go-to.
Listen,
But based off Omar Khan's trend in the first week of free agency,
he'll be active.
I would assume that he would be.
I have no doubt.
I can't help but think that Khan would. I mean, you got $63 million fucking dollars. You got money. You got cap.
You can create more. Why is Ogunjobi not cut yet? That's $7 million right there. Why is Patterson not cut? That's another $2 million right there.
You got Dean Lowry. Save yourself an additional $2 million, $3 million.
That's $11 million saved up right there. Give that to Fields.
Restructure Minka.
They're going to extend Watt, which is going to cut his cap hit and save them some money for this season. Listen. I know it sounds like we're panicking, but this is kind of what Khan and the Steelers do all the time. We know they should be doing stuff, but they wait to the last fucking minute. And then they make all the moves they have to, which I expect them to still do. But they got to be hella aggressive tomorrow. They got to make moves as soon as they can.
They can't be doing no funny business while just sitting on their hands and just looking.
Paper Portal says perfectly in the chat. Shout to Paper, man. Steelers won't do anything on offense until they get a quarterback. Have to sign a quarterback tomorrow so they can get a wide receiver.
Yeah, because no wide receiver is going to come to the Steelers, whether that's signing or trading for somebody. They're just going to be looking at a team like, wait, who's the quarterback?
Yeah, I know.
Who's throwing me the ball?
Aaron Rodgers, please. He will get rid of. He's not getting rid of Tomlin. Aaron Rodgers ain't getting rid of Tomlin just because he did that with what's his face in New York. What's his name again?
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, thank you. That's not happening to Tomlin. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the power to get rid of Tomlin.
Nowadays, wherever A-Rod goes, he ruins. Everything he touches now, he ruins. Let's be real.
Yeah, hard pass on Rodgers, by the way.
No.
Electric Visual says, don't roll out a call to the Cardinals for Kyler Murray. I like that.
Yeah,
But why would they trade Kyler? They got a new head coach. Their offense showed some potential last year. Why would they get rid of Kyler? Who's going to be their quarterback then? I don't hate that. I like Kyler Murray, actually. You know, I've actually grown to appreciate Kyler Murray.
No, last year I was actually impressed by his play. I felt like it was the best he's ever looked.
But why would they trade Kyler?
And I don't think they move on from Kyler.
I mean,
If they were to, hypothetically speaking, if they were to, I think they want it first in return.
I agree.
That's probably what they're not going to get in return, but that's what they want. Like, listen, we're going to move on from this guy. This is what we want. No
Right.
ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't think the Steelers would do that, nor do I hope that they don't.
Steelers could have kept Najee and cut other players like Cole Holcomb. Cole Holcomb took a $4 million pay cut. They saved money. And Najee's not a scheme fit. Najee had to go. I love Najee. He's going to find success elsewhere, and so are we.
Yeah, and I'm glad Holcomb's still here. Pair him with Queen and Wilson.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy. So, I don't know. Steelers dropped the ball and should have signed Watt a month ago for $35 million a year, but they lagged. So Crosby got his bag, and now Garrett $40 million. So now the Steelers' hand is forced to pay it. Yeah. Listen, again, I'm not trying to panic, but them doing everything the last minute is now going to cost them potential free agents, potential quarterback.
Dude, Schefter just tweeted this now. Look at what the Bills have done. Right? They just re-signed and extended Josh Allen to a mega contract, right? But before that, they re-signed Gregory Rousseau, they re-signed Terrell Bernard, and they re-signed Khalil Shakir.
This is what guys.
This has 4 stud fucking players and fucking anchors on that team that they have kept because they're that close to a Super Bowl.
This is what the Steelers are doing.
You got the Bills making moves, spending money, resigning marquee guys, impactful guys that have made plays. The Steelers can't figure out who the fuck's going to be their quarterback.
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to panic. I just wonder, what are we doing right now? Now, I still expect them to be active. I just question why they're doing everything so late. I don't get it, man.
That's what's in the thumbnail. Like, what are the Steelers doing?
Jonathan Quinn, Byron Murphy, please. Yes, please. That's the guy I truly want at corner. If not him, Charvarius Ward, Nate Hobbs, Paulson Adebo. Those are my 4.
I heard Adebo's supposed to get a huge and heavy market.
Good. Still should be in it. Same
They should
thing
be
with
in it.
Hobbs. Same thing with Hobbs, man.
You know, the Broncos just re-signed their backup.
Give me who?
The Broncos are bringing back their backup quarterback as Jared Stidham is returning to Denver.
Dude, they even have a backup. We don't have a starter. Anyway, Somber says, give me Dobbs and Jones in a shootout. 6'11", draft a quarterback. Fuck it. You know what? That's the cheapest and funniest option.
I'm going with Dobbs.
I'm going to have fun watching that. I will go with Dobbs. I love Dobbs.
Ryan in the chat. What's up, Ryan? He says Richardson.
Anthony Richardson. You've been on that. AR5.
If the Colts are open to moving on from him, but I would have to question, 1, would they want to do that?
Yeah.
2, what capital are they going to want in return?
Probably not much.
Really?
They were too fast. They were so fast to bench him for Flacco.
I mean, that they were.
But my issue...
But they took heavy and high capital for this dude.
Exactly. And guess what? He hasn't lived up.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Granted, that's the Colts' fault. Anthony Richardson was not good coming out of Florida. He was not good.
No,
he's still not good.
We know he's an athlete.
He's got a strong arm, but he's inconsistent. He can't read the field. He makes bad decisions. He turns the ball over too much, and he can't stay healthy.
No, and the Colts,
Those are 5 red flags.
The Colts knew better. The Colts knew better. They just had no other better option. So they just ran with Richardson. That's their fault.
Barbara FM says, is it more Tomlin's fault or Art Rooney and Khan? It's all of them. They're
How about
all
all
the
three?
same. They're all the same.
Yeah, 2 are bald. 1's got hair. Tomlin's bald
Why did I think Art Rooney was bald?
because he's Art the Clown.
True.
Yeah.
You can't tell because of his top hat.
I consider out of the 2 bald individuals I mentioned, 1's a bald fraud. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had so many bald frauds.
Yeah.
You know? So many bald frauds. We've had Matt Canada. We've had Mike Tomlin. Who else?
Who else was bald?
Trying to think.
I don't know.
First thing that comes off to me. Is there any other bald frauds we had in the organization, guys? Art Rooney wants Russell Wilson. I don't doubt that. I think Tomlin wants him too. I think deep down, Mike Tomlin wants Russell Wilson. That Fire Tomlin sign won't go up any faster. I'll tell you right now. I still got to get the banner up.
Russell Wilson stays. Is that Let's Ride emote for the STM members going to stay?
Yes. That's the only reason it's up. Mike said, this is getting ridiculous.
Have fun with that, guys.
Phil's going to get a better offer for agency. Feels like he's gone since Digital Dust. That's how I feels like he's gone. And that's the Steelers' fault. Y'all should. Lil Yaya.
We've got 2 words for
Why does my computer keep.
Refreshing? I don't know, but Lil Yaya with a 5 says, Tomlin is honestly going through the same struggles Chuck and Bill went through. It's only been a rebuild since 2018. Let's see this through. I don't know, man.
I suppose you're not wrong. Because you're not. You're not wrong. Because both did take quarterbacks and didn't really succeed with them. Bill over-succeeded with some of them. Bill over-exceeded with Cordell. Bill over-exceeded with Neil O'Donnell. Mike Tomlin has over-exceeded with some quarterbacks. I can't take that away from him. But there's a difference between Chuck and Bill. There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. And we never had this long of a playoff drought. We have never looked so embarrassed in so many years, in so many consecutive years.
No.
Chuck and Bill never allowed it. Dan Rooney never allowed it. Never. There's a huge difference between the 3 or the 2. Bear Lovely. Is that how you say it? Bear Lovely? He said, are you ready for Darnold? No, I am not. No.
See, I look back at that tweet by Ruzzini.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it again.
I look back at that. Here, I'll read it again. From Diana Rosino of ESPN. The Steelers are expected to make an offer to pending free agent Sam Darnold per source. Many around the league believe Darnold will wind up in Seattle, but Pittsburgh is doing its due diligence on any potential options ahead of the new league year.
Fun.
Now, again, why would the Steelers be doing this?
Because Fields said he's going to look at markets. So Steelers going to be like, okay, bet. So are we. Touche.
Right. That could just be both of them doing their due diligence.
That's exactly
fine.
what they're doing.
Both of them are open to a reunion, to them staying together. That's fine.
Well, any
But
agent...
is that also a thing where the Steelers don't see Fields as highly as Fields might have thought?
Yes. I do think there is some interior doubt there.
But why?
I don't know.
But why?
I don't know. The Steelers think they're one thing, and they're not. Fields thinks he's one thing, and he might be not. And other teams are going to look at him as that thing that Fields thinks he is.
Yeah.
The Steelers might not think that way.
But the Steelers should have came into this before the legal tampering period, making Justin Fields the number one priority. That's what they should have done.
If you're not down
You're
with
lying.
that, we've got 2 words for you.
You're fucking lying. Is the chat?
Hold on.
You're lying. You're fucking lying.
Danny, it's legit. Adam Schefter.
Huh?
Seattle is sending 2-time Pro Bowl wide receiver DK Metcalf to the Steelers.
Omar Khan, I apologize for everything I just said. I didn't mean none of that. Omar Khan, I love you.
Oh my fucking God. What? What?
That's not a fake account, is it?
No, it's real.
We just got, no way. We just got DK Metcalf. If y'all, okay, hold on, time out. Un minuto. Oh my God, man. We did not just get DK. We sure did. Holy shit. The Steelers are trading wide receiver DK Metcalf to the Steelers for premium draft pick compensation for me and Tom Pelissero, as finally Pittsburgh gets its big play weapon. Holy shit.
The news
The
just
Steelers are sending their 2025 second-round pick to Seattle for DK Metcalf, who is signing a new 5-year, $150 million contract with Pittsburgh.
Oh,
The
my.
$33 million new money average makes it the largest deal in franchise history.
Oh my fucking God. Holy shit.
Yo, let's go!
Oh my God, bro.
Let's go!
No fucking way. This did not happen live on the air.
Let's go! And if y'all are doubting me, I got you. Hold on. I'll show you the tweet right now. You think I'm playing? Oh, let's fucking go. Right there. Let's go! Holy shit!
Bro, we just the other day were talking about this as a possibility, and now it is reality, brother.
Down with that, we've got 2 words
Isaiah,
for
you just ruined my mood, bro. Why would you say that? Come on, bro. You just ruined my fucking mood.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Russ might be back now.
Or
That's the only caveat to getting DK, though. That's the but.
that or is this Metcalf trade now going to convince Fields to stay? Because how can you say no?
Oh, I hope so.
How can you say no to throwing the ball to a duo like DK Metcalf and George Pickens?
Oh, I hope so. Dude, that happened so fast.
Yo, oh my fucking God.
I didn't think Seattle was going to trade him that fast. And for a second-round pick, that's exactly what I thought he was worth. They were never getting a first. Never. And they knew
And,
that.
and that's all it is. Straight up a second-round pick.
in a stream, what was that, Friday night?
Friday, just the other day.
We said a second this year and a third next year, just to sweeten the deal a little bit. They only got him for a second this year, which is worth it because guess what? No matter who the fuck they got in free agency, they're going to use said pick, second round pick, for a receiver anyway. You might as well go get the best cat available.
Oh my God. You beautiful bald bastard. Omar Khan.
Okay, but hold on. Now, who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback?
Would that news be coming real soon?
And $150 million contract. Over 5 years.
He's 5 fucking years.
He's here until he is 32 years old. 33 million average. 100% worth it. And he hasn't played a snap yet. This is the move they needed to make. This is the shit that the franchise needs to do to up the offense. They need to invest money. They need playmakers. They need superstars.
Isaiah, we didn't even have to trade anybody.
No, just the second round pick blatantly.
Not down with that. We've got 2 words for
Lil Yaya says, as I said, let's see through this. I get, yeah, maybe we were panicking. Maybe we were a little impatient. My fault. But we still got to know who's the quarterback. I anticipate the Steelers to sign a quarterback ASAP.
Omar Khan went from one NFC West team, the 49ers, trying to acquire Brandon Ayuk. He went through hell and back trying to get this guy. That was his number one priority. That was his number one guy. That's who he wanted. It was Ayuk and nobody else. They unfortunately fumbled the ball. And then Metcalf requesting a trade. They seen this as a possibility. The Seahawks, the other NFC West team. And Omar Khan was like, I'm not letting this one slip through my fingers again. We got a guy like this, a man of this caliber, this size, this dynamic, this impact, this playmaking ability. Something this team don't fucking have. We're not missing out on this son of a bitch.
Dude, DK Metcalf and George Pickens.
Oh my God.
I don't know how long that lasts. I do not know if Pickens is going to get re-signed now. He might, you know what? This might be Chase and Higgins all over again for the Steelers. Right? What the Bengals are doing with Chase and Higgins, this might be their situation. This might be the Steelers' version of that.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for
The Crash Out Twins, DK and George Pickens. Talent trumps all, right? If they can put production on the field, I live with AB shit for so many years, bro. This ain't new to me. I'm used to this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
and I'll tell you right now,
Metcalf preferred
dude,
somewhere warm.
Dude.
He preferred somewhere nice and warm.
Yeah, for the first 2 months.
Man, this dude is used to having ice in his veins. This man is used to the cold.
Margo with a 348 says a contract that large. Hold on, I'll get to electric visuals in a minute. Michael says a contract that large might put the nail in the coffin that Russ is not coming back, because I doubt the Russ is coming back for under $25 million. That's a good way to look at it.
Which is why I mentioned, like, now with this trade happening right here, would this now convince Fields to want to come back? How could Fields say no to receivers like that? Holy fuck.
Electric visuals 199. Free agent quarterbacks are lining up for the Steelers. I think a lot of free agents are going to line up for the Steelers now, especially the quarterback position. The Steelers need to re-sign Fields by tonight. They need to re-sign Fields by tonight.
Or I just thought of this.
Don't ruin my mood, Robert.
Robert, I just gotta.
Roberto, do not ruin my mood.
I gotta throw it out there because Seattle was the prime spot for Darnold, though DK was going to be traded regardless. Now, could that be a possibility?
No.
I don't want that.
Darnold has no communication with DK.
I don't want that.
He already knew DK was going to go out.
That's why I said he already knew he was going to go out. But now, would this look to change his mind and change his direction and his destination to the Steelers now with receivers like Metcalf and Pickens?
I don't know.
I don't think that makes Darnold any better. I don't think that makes his play any better. I don't think it makes the fit any better.
No, because I still don't trust the scheme.
It's Fields or bust.
Mike Stewart with a 2 says, with DK and George Pickens, we could have Helen Keller at quarterback. We could. Barbara FM with 199. Bro, I was popping. What the fuck happened? What happened is we just traded for a big name receiver.
We just traded for DK
The Steelers did what they had to do. The Steelers did exactly what they had to do. This is something they never do. This is something they tried last year and they failed.
They fumbled the ball.
And it all pays off now with DK Metcalf being the Steelers' #1 receiver. Pickens is the 2.
And he gets a five-year, $150 million contract.
Dude, this is what you have to do nowadays.
And again, the money was never the issue for wide receiver. Throughout the Ayuk situation, it was never the issue.
No, never.
It was always the capital, and if this man wanted to actually come here.
This is what you have to do now. You have to draft well.
Dude!
You have to, that's reality. This is what you have to do. You have to draft well, and you need to make splashes in free agency and in the offseason. The Steelers made one of the biggest splashes they have ever made in franchise history with DK Metcalf, giving him the highest paid contract in franchise history at the wide receiver position.
This man has not put on a uniform yet, and he just took the record book.
Omar Khan said at the Combine, we need playmakers.
You can't get any better than fucking DK Metcalf.
Dude, the guy last year went up against the best in the world, the best in the league. He went up against Surtain. He went up against Gonzalez. He went up against the best and won every matchup.
Dude, this man is just a big play monster, a yak monster, a man that gives it his all every time, and a touchdown magnet. The Steelers never score. This man can help you score. This man can help you get points on the board.
Now, who is the quarterback?
It really, yes, at the end of it, it depends on who's going to be the quarterback. It doesn't appear to have affected Metcalf wanting to come to Pittsburgh, though.
Yo, we got DK.
Unless the Steelers told him something, like, hey, this is our plan here. This is our plan here, and we're looking to finalize it. It's not reported yet, but we're looking to finalize it. Why don't you come on over to the Steel City and come help us, try to win something here.
Again, I don't know how long Pickens and DK stay together, but it could be because DK's here for the next 5 years. I can't believe I just said that. Pickens is in the last year of his rookie contract. They could still extend him too. They have the cap to do it. Or they could have his contract run out, franchise tag him, have him for a year, and then work out a deal next year. You also got to think the Steelers are going to be extending TJ Watt. That money's going to him. They have a lot more business to do, man. We don't know what the future, holds for Pickens. He could stick around. He might not. I would hope that the Steelers can keep DK and Pickens together. How do you stop that? But you need a quarterback to succeed. We don't have that. We won't have that this year, even with Fields. This is setting up perfectly for 2026 when they draft a rookie quarterback. They're setting up perfectly for the 2026 draft.
Dude.
Because I don't think no matter who they grab is going to be the quarterback for the future. Not Fields, not Darnold, not nobody.
No.
But I think the best case for this season is still Fields. And then they're setting everything up perfectly for a rookie quarterback to be the guy. This could be, and listen, this might be a hot take. This could be the Steelers' version of the A.J. Brown trade that the Eagles made.
I fucking hope so.
The Steelers suck.
No, Rocky. I mean, they kind of do, but not right now. I'm in a good mood.
Well, shout out to Luke Murphy, who subbed to the channel. Appreciate it, bro.
Okay, well, guess what? Receiver is off the board for the draft. We don't have a second-round pick. We have the first-round pick, 21st pick, and the 83rd pick, and 4th, 5th, and 2 7ths. Maybe the Steelers get that second back somehow. I don't know. Maybe they trade back. I don't hate that idea.
I'm all for it.
But receiver is out the question.
Yeah, because you have...
Well, hold on. I don't want to count it out because you still got to think about life after Pickens. If Pickens doesn't stay. You know what I mean?
Right now, looking at the wide receiver room, it's DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson. They could still resign Ben Skoranek if they wanted to. They could still sign a depth guy if they wanted to.
They can still sign Slayton
Sign
if they
another
want to.
body in here, yeah, if they want to. That's an option. I mean, wide receiver, for the most part, is off the board. I would say off the board early. I would say that. So now
For the first 3 picks, I would agree.
now you still have corner to address, defensive line to address, running back to address, offensive line. That's an under the radar position that they could address, specifically left guard. It depends.
Right.
Quarterback, of course, no doubt about it. But now with this, again, with this Metcalf news,
Bro, we did not just do that. We did not just do that.
does this now make Fields reconsider wanting to even test the market? Now that Metcalf is officially here.
I don't know.
If
Or-
you're not down
or-
with that,
I don't know.
we've got 2 words for you.
Steelers talking more. 199. Steelers just got DK. Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Or did the Steelers tell Fields what they were doing, that this was happening, and now they're in the process of renegotiating again, maybe
I don't-
finalizing a deal?
I don't know. Now the focus is
I don't know.
on-
This is stuff that's coming to my mind at this very moment.
I know the mind, the brain juices are kind of like spiraling right now. I don't want to rule out wide receiver early in the draft. I don't. But right now, as you see the roster, you might have to. You know what I mean? But what if Pickens doesn't get re-signed? What if he doesn't get franchise tagged? But at the same time, I can't picture that not happening. You know what I mean? I picture him getting franchise tagged next year.
See, wow,
The
like
Steelers can afford it.
I thought that the Steelers were going to make the quarterback move first and then look toward wide receiver.
Yeah, I was not expecting a wide receiver move first, not without a quarterback.
No, because we all said, well, who's the quarterback? Who's going to throw this person the ball?
I know.
Unless there's something underlining to it that the Steelers told Metcalf, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just throwing it out there.
What makes sense for the Steelers with the DK trade is Wilson. It makes sense because
Yeah,
of the-
you have that pairing, yes. You have that
I
connection.
don't agree with Wilson coming back.
No, because ultimately
But
I find that as false hope. Wilson and Metcalf pairing with Pickens, I find that as false hope because I don't think Wilson's really going to bring anything else to the table. I still don't think there's any upside
No, me
with
neither.
Wilson. But if Fields were to walk and you want to bring back Wilson to be the bridge, because again, whoever's going to be the quarterback is going to be the bridge regardless.
Yeah.
I would only accept a Wilson return. I can't believe I'm saying that. I would only accept a Wilson return if Fields is gone. Fields is still your priority at quarterback. He's still your number one guy that you got to look to lock down.
So you're saying if Field signs elsewhere and there's no other options, you would accept Russ. That's what you're saying.
Compared to everybody else.
Barbara from 499. Wait, you're telling me we traded for wide receiver and paid them? What the fuck? Art Rooney is fuming. He might. I don't know. Omar Khan has made a trade of a lifetime. This is stuff we're not used. This doesn't happen.
No.
We're not used to this, guys. We are not used to this. Steelers don't do this. Well, Kevin Colbert never did this.
Kevin
Never.
Colbert never. He would never even look the fucking direction.
The biggest trade he ever made was for Minka Fitzpatrick. But this? Bro, unfucking believable.
Yo, we got fucking Metcalf.
We got DK motherfucking Metcalf.
And we stated, oh, we're not doing this again. I'm not dipping my toes into that pool. I'm not jumping into this pool again. I am not getting my fucking hopes up.
See, but that's how it works.
Yes!
You don't get your hopes up and it happens.
Yeah, you got your hopes up about Ayuk while I was thinking, I believe it when I see it, and it never fucking happened. And this news came out, I'm like, yeah, we'll see, because we don't have a fucking quarterback.
Isaiah with a 199. I ain't want Devontae Adams, no way. We got DK now.
No, DK is a long-term solution.
Dude, two of the biggest wide receivers on the market are gone within a matter of 20 minutes apart from each other. That's wild. Dart in the first? No. There's only one quarterback that's worth a first-round pick, and that guy is going number 1 overall.
I'm seeing the memes of Pickens and they got him like the Hardy Boys and whatnot.
Oh, God. The Crash Out Twins. That's funny.
Fuck it, I'll take it.
Dude, I'm shocked. I can't.
Yo,
I literally, when we did the stream Friday, when we discussed the topic, I said I didn't expect it. I had zero hope. Zero hope. I didn't get my expectations high. I didn't even give myself a little glimmer of maybe this is going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. I had zero belief this was going to be a reality. Maybe I should start doing that from now on. They're going to box for 14. I'll pay for that. Give
What? Well, what
give DK 84.
Well, because he's not wearing 14.
No.
He's wearing 13?
Give him 4. Who's wearing 4? Would that be kind of ugly?
I don't know what is. Would it be single digits?
Okay, now what do the Steelers do in the draft? This opens up the draft now.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words.
Richard
for
Hunt says,
you.
I actually like Rodgers more now. Also, what number is DK wearing? I still can't.
I still don't like Rodgers.
I'd rather go younger. I'd much rather overpay Sam Darnold than get Aaron Rodgers, frankly. And what number is DK wearing? Chat, what number do you guys think he wears? What number do you guys think DK wears? 14 isn't available.
13?
Ew. Give him 9. Boz is wearing 9, bro. I like 17.
18?
Brendan, I like 1, but they didn't even let Fields wear 1.
No.
Number 4, I like 4. 84, I love 4. 8, ew.
Yeah,
That 8 is cursed.
Yeah,
that 8 is cursed.
Yeah, that number's ruined for me.
80, I love 80. Like this era's Burris.
Dude.
If you're not down with that,
Barbara FN.
we've got 2 words for
Probably
you.
corner, defensive tackle, wide receiver, running back. You talking about the draft?
Yeah.
Because honestly, bro, if we're talking the draft, I mean, I'm gonna roll receiver out. I don't think they take receiver that high.
Down with that, we've got 2
Christopher
words
Roy
for
with a
you.
$9.99. He says, with this trade, it's got to be Russ.
Yeah, I'm not anticipating a receiver in the first round no more. No Egbuka, no Golden, no Burton. I still think the possibility of defensive line is high, depending on what they do in free agency. I think they pick up a huge corner in free agency as well. That could open running back. There's only 2 running backs that are worth a first round pick this year. 2. That's Genty and that's Hampton. I'm never going to rule out any of those guys being there. I'm never going to rule out the Steelers taking a running back in the first round. Even before this trade, I never ruled out running back, but I think it's a lot more open now than it ever has been.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. They want to run the ball. They have all their starters on the line. I don't hate it. You have your receivers. You just need a quarterback, and the only hole you have on the offense is running back, at least after you sign a quarterback.
No, but this is before the legal tampering period.
This
is the first.
Trevion Henderson would be great in the second round, Jay Warren says in the chat. I would love Henderson.
That'd be a hell of a snag.
I'd love
If
Judkins
you're
too.
not down with that,
Isaiah.
we've got 2 words
Well, the Luka
for
Doncic
you.
trade ain't so shocking now. No, that was still shocking.
No. But yeah, this move happened
Bro,
before
my-
the legal tampering period.
My mind is
This
going
is literally the
nuts.
first mega move by the Steelers. It's
If you're not
It's-
down
it's-
with that,
Speechless.
yes.
we've got 2 words for you.
Oh, we got 2 words for you. Holy shit.
Real talk with a $1 super chat, $1 super chat.
Appreciate you, bro.
Like
Appreciate all you
Omar
guys.
Khan,
Listen, I know the chat's going crazy
Omar
right now.
Khan just became aggressive again.
Bro, let me get a new poll in the chat. Good or bad trade? Good. Bad. Because I know there are some people in the chat saying this is a bad trade. Oh, he has character issues. Oh, he's a crash out guy. He's a head
If
case.
you're not down with that,
I ain't worried about it.
we've got 2 words for
Quinshawn
you.
Judkins or bust at running back in the draft? Running back's 2 stacked, man.
If you're not down with that,
Andrew Wagner
we've
with a
got
2,
2 words
Andrew.
for you.
Andrew bringing us all down to reality.
but we still have the same coaching staff. Yes,
Yes.
we do. But there's no doubt the Steelers had to make a move. They needed a playmaker. They needed somebody at wide receiver.
There was no one
We've
more
got 2
available.
words for you.
Pickens is gone and we signed Darnold. This sucks. I don't think Pickens is gone. Not at least for not the next 2 years. I don't know if he'll actually get extended, but I think he'll at least get franchise tag next year. Can we rank these quarterbacks? Order: Fields, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. That order. I don't need to change anything. I mean, if you're talking like who I want the Steelers to sign first out of all of them, that's the order. That's the order. AIDS mark. Players don't even matter. I agree. That's all coaching's fault. That's all coaching's fault. And I see a lot of people in the chat saying the same thing. Great trade, but who's the quarterback? Without a quarterback, this is a bad move. I get it. But what this tells me is a signing for a quarterback is going to be imminent.
It has to be.
It's going to be imminent. I just don't know who. I just don't want Russ. I don't want Rodgers. I don't want Darnold. If it's Russ, I can live with it.
But that's only, like I stated earlier, that is only if they miss out on Fields, which I feel like they can't. I feel like the upside with Fields, now with Metcalf, paired with Pickens, that is something that I can get excited about. That's something that I can look forward to heading into 2025.
Agreed.
That's something that brings me something, that makes me feel something.
We got a couple more here. Isaiah with 199. This is good because now Pickens can get more targets. And vice versa. I think either Pickens or Metcalf will get number one. You mean the jersey number?
Jersey number.
I don't know,
That's unofficially retired.
One by Metcalf would be hard as hell. That'd be tough. You know what I mean?
Well, they broke the barrier with the money, so could they do that with jerseys?
I don't know. They like to honor their legends, so Gary Anderson might be too much of a legend to be, you know what I mean?
Or maybe not a Vikings legend.
Yes, Robert.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Just like Blair Walsh.
Yeah.
Just like Sam Darnold. Just like Case Keenum. I guess they were legends for a little bit, weren't they?
I suppose.
I am unbelievably shocked
yeah.
that we literally witnessed this live.
Literally, live. The chat let us know.
Chat, thank you. Thank you for see, this is why we have the chat. We can't check Twitter all the time.
And the chat's like, oh, we got DK to the Steelers. I'm like, okay, hold on.
I'm like, you're fucking lying.
Let's refresh Twitter. Let's see. And I seen Schefter. I'm like, it actually happened.
Like, motherfucker.
Like, it's real.
Like, we did it.
This is reality.
We did it. We did it.
Danny,
we did it.
stop ruining it. Come on.
But we did it. You know?
Yes. Omar Khan fucking did it.
Go away. Holy shit.
And all it took was a 2025 second round pick.
Sure did. Yes, sir. I can't believe this happened, bro.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Beanie Bishop's happy. Patrick Queen is happy. How can you not be?
I'm just glad that we ain't gotta worry about receiver no more.
Like that's Danny, look.
Let's go.
Just get your quarterback, get the right quarterback. Come on, man. I gotta say, I do feel bad for Jackson Smith and Jibba.
It'll be all right.
I do.
It'll be all right.
But yeah.
Maybe that's where Fields goes then. Past chemistry.
Maybe.
Let's get a new poll in the chat. Who's throwing to DK? Russ. Field. Darnold.
Dude, maybe the Steelers listened to Fields.
Someone
maybe they heard
else.
Fields. Maybe the Steelers heard what Fields said, and they were like, okay, all right, I see what we have to do here. Omar Khan's like, I see what I must do. So he did it. He pulled the trigger, and he gave Metcalf what he wanted, the money and whatnot. It's not the warm weather, but Metcalf will be fine. He got his money.
He's used to Seattle. He's fine.
He got paid and whatnot. And then maybe that's going to entice Fields to kind of rethink and reconsider. Hey, man, Pittsburgh sounds a little more enticing now, right? Since I got Metcalf over here.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
What the fuck did I... Whoa, let's not do that.
I don't know, dude. That could also make all the other quarterbacks in the free agency market a little bit more interested in wanting to go to Pittsburgh, not just Fields.
We will 100% have quarterbacks lining up to get here.
Yes, not just Fields, but again, I can't state this enough. Fields is the most preferred option.
In our opinion. Y'all might disagree. We already have people in the chat that disagree. Then that's fine. Everyone's not going to have to agree on everything. That's just where we stand. So they signed DK. They signed DK. For those that don't know, they signed DK to a five-year, $150 million deal.
I might have to get a DK jersey.
Now, I don't know what the guarantee numbers are. Maybe there's an update. But they signed him to a 5-year, $150 million deal. That's $33 million average. It's exactly what he wanted. And they only trade a second-round pick this year. That is it. Not a first. And I thought the second-rounder was the sweet spot. They were going to use that pick on a receiver anyway. Might as well get someone that is so well-established and someone that is a legitimate game changer.
And just to say it, we did have a mock draft recently, and in the second round, we chose a wide receiver with that pick.
Yeah, Jaden Higgins is not going to be a Steeler because he's not going to be there in the third.
I'm not too upset about that anymore because of, who we have now.
Boz story. What about Boz's story? I got to check Instagram. DK had no trade clause or any list of teams that he was willing to go to. He had no power in where he was going. So saying that he came here because of us is a misnomer. Did he have a no trade clause?
I did not hear.
If he had no say, then that makes all the sense in the world.
Hey, listen, he got the bag. He tried to get the bag with Seattle. They couldn't come to terms on an agreement for a deal. He's like, all right, just trade me.
I just can't believe this is real.
He's not going to say no to $33 million.
No, he's
just
not.
like Myles said, he's not going to say no to $40 million plus.
We really got.
We fucking did, brother.
I feel like the subject of this stream has completely changed.
It's what happens when news breaks.
Now listen. Okay, I forget who said it in the chat. Who said it with a super chat long ago? I want to find his name. I can't remember his name. I think it was Andrew. Andrew Wagner. He says, but we still have the same coaching staff. He's correct. Although we got DK. And we needed that. We need something on offense, bro. We haven't had any life on offense. DK brings that now, before anything else. I'm still not getting my hopes up. You know what I mean? I'm still not expecting anything greater. But I love that we got this guy because guess what? It sets up for the future. He's 27 years old.
He's still young.
Signed for 5 years.
Dude, he's still in the fucking prime of his career.
We're setting up for the next quarterback. That next quarterback isn't this year unless they draft someone high, but I have doubts about that. We're setting up for the next quarterback.
Like, heading into free agency, it was Chris Godwin as the number one guy. If you were looking into free agency, because that guy was going to be here for the long run, he was going to be a playmaker. He was the guy that you were going to help with the next guy at quarterback, whoever that might be.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, there were other options, but nobody as dynamic or as a priority as Chris Godwin. But when it came to the trade market, Metcalf being open now, it was like, if it's not Godwin, it's got to be Metcalf. If you want an actual playmaker, a guy for the future, somebody that's going to be here for the long haul, for the long run, it's going to help this team, Metcalf was one of them.
Bro.
That opened, him wanting to be traded, opened up another door, another opportunity for the Steelers.
Yes,
Con was not going to miss on that. He missed on it once. He learned from that. Made a mistake. He fumbled the ball. The Steelers fumbled the ball. They screwed up. They didn't get him. They had to ride with what they had, unfortunately. Didn't pan out, obviously. Van Jefferson was not good. This opened up. He was like, I'm not missing out on this. I can't. I cannot afford to miss out on this.
No, we can't.
Because everybody had expectations of Ayuk coming to the Steelers. It was the most talked about thing throughout the offseason. Everybody expected it. Everybody wanted it. Steeler Nation wanted it. And they failed.
Everyone wanted it.
And they fucking failed. Omar Khan knew with him being available that, of course, the Steelers are going to be a part of that category of like, hey, are the Steelers going to be calling the Seahawks? 100% yes. I'm sure that they did before then, before Metcalf asked for a trade. Last offseason, when they were scorching the earth, Omar Khan knew that he had to make this deal.
Yes. And made a deal he did.
And I can't thank Khan enough for that.
Beyond expectation.
I cannot thank Khan enough for that. And he continues to show that this man is aggressive.
Because DK said he wanted a contender. We're not a contender. But
we don't see ourselves as contenders.
Now,
I can't say the same about Metcalf. I don't know what Metcalf's thinking.
Now, if you were to ask me, would you prefer DK over Ayuk? Yes.
I would. Just his build alone, I prefer it.
Oh, shit. I think it's incredible, dude.
Instagram story.
What did Boswell say?
It's on Twitter. It's a picture of him holding the football. He's like, I got this. GP and DK down there somewhere.
Hey, I'm sold.
All the glory to Chris Boswell. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Let's go.
Get him back there.
I'll be back, bro. There's all this excitement. I'll be back.
Wow, man. Dude, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How many swear... Did Danny even put... I might have to put the rest in the swear jar. I'm at a loss for words, Steeler Nation. Like, that's reality. DK is soon to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. It will be official come Wednesday. I can't believe it. That is just unreal, dude. Never got my hopes up. Had low expectations. I had the mindset of, I'll believe it when I see it. And right here, live, in front of you guys right here, we seen it. We seen it. It's reality. It's going to happen. Metcalf and Pickens, that duo will be happening. It's just a matter of who's going to be the quarterback. I can only hope that's going to be Fields because I feel like still he is the better option. He is the best option compared to everybody else. That could entice other quarterbacks in the free agency market to look toward the Steelers' direction because who's not going to want to throw to DK and George Pickens? How could that not entice anybody? But that could entice Justin Fields, and I hope it does. Maybe the Steelers seen or listened to what Justin Fields said. He wants to test the open market. They were like, okay, I see how it is. And then they made this trade, and now Fields could be reconsidering. How could Fields not reconsider? Could it bring Russell Wilson back because of his connection with Metcalf? I don't know. I would only accept that if Fields is gone.
By the way, the swear jar.
Can you lift it?
We have yet to cash it. This is from all last season.
Yeah, we're going to have to cash that like real soon because it's
heavy.
Got some weight to it. Yeah. Got some weight to it.
Now go get Charvarius Ward and Nate Hobbs. Count me in. Count me the fuck in.
Sign 2 cornerbacks.
Bro,
get your quarterback. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
No. This is all a dream. I'm asleep right now.
Yeah, this ain't real. This ain't real.
Bro, this is fucking unbelievable.
I'm bound to wake up soon, right?
Now again, I hate to be, the one that kind of kill the mood, but I'm still not expecting anything crazy for this season. I'm not expecting anything drastic this season. I'm not. But
it's hard to feel that way based off recent seasons.
But what I'm excited about is the future after the season. This is setting everything up for when we get the next quarterback. And I'm picturing that to be in 2026. I think this is Khan's vision. And obviously it takes time because it took the Eagles however long, right? He is setting everything around the quarterback position. Whoever the next guy is going to be, I would imagine sometime in 2026 during the draft, he's going to give him an excellent support system. He's going to set that quarterback up to make a move. I hope so. I just have the doubt of the coaching staff and Mike Tomlin. That's the only catapult. But that doesn't mean the Steelers shouldn't be making moves like this.
No, of course not.
That doesn't mean the Steelers
That doesn't mean Omar Khan shouldn't be doing his job. Khan's going to do his job. He's going to do what is assigned of him to do. And by God, did he.
Black Wolf with a 5. Let's go. Question, with this move, does this say Russ is back? I do think so. In fact, the poll, almost 400 votes, 55% of you guys blowing away the poll. Who's throwing you DK? The top vote is Fields.
Unreal.
What number will he wear? I'm saying 4.
Suck.
Okay, listen, Rocky, you got to understand something. Okay, we're in a good mood right now. Any other day, I would agree with you. An hour ago, I would have agreed with you. Right now, I don't.
Yeah, an hour ago. An hour ago, we were like, man, what are Steelers doing? They still have time, and they still do. Like, time's winding down. They got moves to make. It's like, who's going to be the quarterback?
Literally, this stream opened up with, what are the Steelers doing?
It's in the thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
It's in the thumbnail.
What are the Steelers doing?
And then Omar Khan's like, I got you, fam. I got you, bros. Just hold on.
Hold on a goddamn minute.
Yes, maybe we should.
Let me cook.
Maybe we should.
I got this.
Maybe we should.
Like, I got this,
Excuse the ever-living shit out of me for not expecting a move like this to happen tonight.
Today.
Maybe expect the unexpected.
It's 8:30.
If Omar Khan has taught us anything from last year alone, throughout that week,
it's the way to
maybe this is just a refresher.
It's
right?
It's the way to goddamn minute.
Maybe this is just a refresher.
We got DK.
Yes, we do.
Run the ball!
Elijah Alexander, member for 10 months, says, let's fucking go. We got a crash out duo now. And I'm hyped. And I am hyped for it, bro. I am so hyped for it. Let's go.
Omar Khan is not a bald fraud.
No.
I don't consider him a bald fraud.
No, he's not a bald fraud.
But like you mentioned, quarterback news for the Steelers has to be imminent, right?
First of all, Isaiah 199. Omar must have been watching the stream. I don't know. I don't know if he pays attention to the fan base.
What's up, Khan?
He's too busy. Hey, Omar, listen, fam, listen. I didn't mean anything, okay? Earlier, I didn't mean anything. You know, like, I totally didn't.
Listen, it was just nothing. It was nervousness and concerns. That's what it was.
I didn't mean anything. I love you, Khan. Okay. Here's the ultimate reality about Omar Khan. Okay, listen. All joking aside, this guy knows what he's doing. I do believe he knows what he's doing. The past 2 draft classes, the guy's blown away with talent and value in his selections. I do believe that. He's building the trenches, and the talent he's gotten afterwards is unbelievable. How, like, Peyton Wilson and guys like that, Keanu Benton were still there at those picks, right? The past 2 draft classes and what he's done in the past couple off seasons has been good. There's been some questionable moves. There's been some questionable decisions. There's been some questionable selections over certain guys. I get it. There's always going to be regarding any GM. No one's perfect. But I do believe this guy is building a championship team. It just takes time. The only issue is, one, we don't have a quarterback, and we don't have the coaching to lead us to where we need to be. I have faith in Khan to put us and put the tools on the team. I have faith in him building the roster. I don't have faith on the guy leading the team, which is Mike Tomlin, which is Art Rooney II.
Yeah, I remember when the Steelers traded up for Broderick.
I'm not just saying anything. I'm not. Internally, this is how I feel. I think Omar Khan is setting this team up for success. It just all depends on the guy leading the charge on the field.
When Omar Khan traded up for Broderick, Khan said, I don't know if I'm aggressive or not. I'm just trying to win a Super Bowl. In the end, that's his goal, and I believe that. That should always be the goal. That's what Omar Khan is looking to do. That's why he has been aggressive in free agency. He's gotten the talent and acquired the talent that he has done the past 2 free agents. In the draft, the past 2 draft classes, they've been, talent, the potential, and the upside is unlimited. No pun intended. Like, it's unreal. And Khan knows that is now his reputation. Khan knows that, listen, this is how I handle business, and this is what these people expect of me to do. And this move has just shown that, like, he's continuing that trend.
Yeah.
He is doing un-Steeler-like things that Kevin Colbert basically had done. Kevin Colbert would never make a move like this. The only time he did is if it was absolutely necessary, hence the Minka Fitzpatrick trade.
Oh, Gucci,
they needed to make that move.
Gucci, I got you.
Colbert knew he had to make that move, and I'm glad he did. But Colbert, he rarely made moves like that. He rarely had trade talks about that. He rarely negotiated and stuff like that. Free agency, forget about it. Free agency, forget about that.
We got Isaiah with 199. We better score 20 points per every game.
It's just up to the coaching. Omar Khan is doing his job. He's doing what he needs to do. And props to Khan for that. I trust him to bring the talent. I don't trust the coaching to lead said talent, to coach said
I
talent.
agree. I think Omar Khan has a good vision and sight, and I trust it. It all matters of, what happens on the football field. Dude, I'm scrolling through Twitter right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything else happening right now. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, at this moment in time, we are just waiting for
A
quarterback
quarterback
news.
move. I love the trade, guys. I love the compensation. I think a second was the sweet spot.
The Steelers suck.
We might as well have just used that pick for trading this guy, and that's exactly what we did. It was a lost dream in my wildest of deep sleeps, but it's reality.
Let me say this. Metcalf to the Steelers is a great pairing. It's a great fit. And honestly, I'm not high on the coach. I'm not high on the OC, but it's a good fit for what Arthur Smith likes in his wide receivers. Just based off his trend and what he has done at wide receiver. You look at A.J. Brown in his days in Tennessee.
Right. Look at
You
Drake
look at
London.
Drake London. Though he was the head coach, he was still the play caller. Look at Drake London. The similar mold, the similar build, the similar stature, the similar play style.
What this does now,
George Pickens as well.
what this does with these two receivers and their threat ability all over the field, but especially down deep, this opens up the run game. If they start throwing the ball deep to these two, which I don't know how you don't. If Arthur Smith doesn't draw up any deep plays for any of these two,
Then how are you an OC?
the guy needs to go. But because of that, that's going to open up the run game. They are now going to feel the threat of the deep ball for the Steelers, man.
Black Wolf 412 with a 5 says, to all saying Trey Tomlin or Tomlin isn't worth his job, big dog players want to play for Tomlin. He has a hand in players wanting to come
Yeah,
here.
we know. We know for one reason or another. We're very well aware. That still doesn't change the fact of what he's led this team to. Still doesn't change our thoughts about Tomlin. But still, I mean, we all know he's not going anywhere. I just hope that we get better throughout the years. And again, this DK trade is it's good for so many reasons. We need a receiver. We need a playmaker. Hopefully it opens up the run game with now two vertical threats, two big body vertical threats
And
that
no,
are demons in the run blocking.
I don't think the Steelers trade away Pickens because we still be in the same predicament of like, okay, well, who's your wide receiver too?
Yeah, it's redundant. I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like you said, they'd be in the same
Now,
spot.
DK is a better wide receiver one than George Pickens, but you still need a capable wide receiver two. This now allows Pickens to not have to be the wide receiver one. Some people don't even view Pickens as a wide receiver one anymore. That's debatable.
Well, that's why DK's here.
Yeah, so DK can now hold that wide receiver one position while Pickens can do what he needs to do at wide receiver two. And now that's going to cause defenses and defensive backs to really pick their poison and figure out, shit, who the hell do I guard here?
Yeah.
How do we do this? But it also comes down to what Smith does with his play schemes and his playbooks and his route runner, how he schemes these receivers to run their routes. It really comes down to that.
Not just that, but the line has to mold itself.
The line's got to be capable.
You have all the starters on the line. You got Broderick at left. I know everyone has doubts about Broderick, and I do too, but you got Broderick on the left. Doesn't look like Sam Myles is going anywhere. Zach Frazier's a dog. McCormick was a stud last year. Fatanu went healthy. You have all your starters on the line.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
As long as it molds right, you got two receivers that are going to open up the run game. You got a line that hopefully is allowing the running back to find lanes. You got a good running back with hopefully some speed. Listen. I'm not getting my hopes up.
Neither am I.
Because you still need a quarterback too, but the foundation is there. And like I said, this DK trade is good for many reasons. It sets up for the new guy. You want to give him an incredible support system.
Dude, 5 years. 5 years.
I don't know who will be the running back one, man. And Andrew Wagner with a 5. With your dream quarterback signing, do we get out of the first round this year? You mean like first round in the playoffs? No.
I can't really say that until proven otherwise.
No.
They
I
really
don't-
have to prove
Listen,
themselves.
I love this DK trade. It sets up for so much. I still have low expectations this year. I still think if we make the playoffs, it's one and done all over again until proven otherwise. But we also got to see who's the quarterback, how the offense is going to run, what the team looks like throughout the year, despite the fear of it being the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no, I don't expect anything greater still. I don't.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words.
And by
for
that,
you.
I don't expect anything greater for this year.
No, because
Not until we get a franchise guy.
yeah, I mean, like the Steelers still got moves to do. They still got business to conduct. They still got business to handle. This was just to start with DK, and we know what DK can bring to the table. We've seen it for how many years in Seattle, and I'm excited to see what he can bring for the Steelers for the next 5 years projectedly.
Right.
But it's still a matter of these guys having to prove themselves, having to prove their worth, having to prove their contract, having to prove to this team, to the fans, that they could take this team to the next step.
Right.
Because we have not taken that next step, and it is up to these guys to take us there. It's up to the coaches to lead us there.
But it's not going to be until we get an actual quarterback. And that's not going to be this year.
Yeah.
But that's why this DK trade, listen, it's not just about, what can we do this year? We got to think about what's going to happen the next 4 years after this contract extension. It's unbelievable. BSG74 with a 499. You would think a run-first style offense is out of the window with DK and GP on the roster. Justin Fields would get an added bonus. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. You would think with 2 vertically dominant perimeter receivers that can do everything, they wouldn't worry about the run game now, would they? But they will open up the run game. That's the thing. They will open up the run game. DK Metcalf standing next to Calvin Austin. That's like, because you guys seen the picture of Darnell Washington next to Calvin.
Yeah. Here, I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom.
Trade back for defensive tackle, running back, quarterback. I love that. I think to get that second round pick back would be great. Trading back should be an absolute option for Omar Khan. He already traded up for Broderick. He stayed put last year. I think he's going to trade back. I do think he's going to trade back. This chat is like a train wreck. I want to stop looking at it because it's so bad and stupid, but I feel compelled to inject logic into it. You guys are incredibly disrespectful to Russ. It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect. It's just a personal opinion. At this point, I'm expecting Russ to come back. I don't like it, but I get it. And this is where I'm at with the Steelers. No matter who the quarterback's going to be, again, I'm not expecting anything greater. If you want to combine the chemistry between DK and Russ for a year, fine. I'm already expecting in 2026 you're going to get a new quarterback anyway. Whoever the quarterback's going to be, so be it. I just want them financially to be smart about the position this year because that should go into other needs like corner now, like defensive line. Obviously not receiver unless you want depth. Maybe safety depth. Maybe you go get a running back. I don't know. I just want them to be financially smart about the quarterback situation this year because we need to use all that cap space for so many other things, such as paying DK, extending TJ, which we know is coming up, grabbing a top corner tomorrow. Same thing with defensive line. You know what I mean? Extending Pickens, perhaps. Just looking at it that way. I don't believe this.
Dude. Wow. Wow, dude.
I do think that the likelihood of them drafting a running back in the first round has increased majorly. Majorly.
That would be. It would have to be Genty if he were to fall. That's a big if.
But there's like three. There's a few questions still regarding this move. Obviously, who's stolen him the ball? What does this mean for Pickens' future? And what's going to be the first pick of the draft? That's where I'm at now. I'm counting receiver out. I don't roll out receiver later on, day 2 still, especially if they do trade back. But I don't think it's going to be in the first round now. I don't. That could change if Pickens doesn't stick around. Or do they trade Pickens? I don't know.
I don't.
Listen, I'm not rolling anything out at this point. Omar Khan has told me not to roll anything out.
Yeah, maybe.
Omar Khan has told me, keep your mind open.
I don't want to roll it out.
I don't know. Maybe they trade Pickens. I don't know.
I don't think that happens because I think they'd be in the same predicament. Although they could sign a guy to replace Pickens.
Or draft somebody.
Or both.
I don't know.
You trade Pickens, you sign a guy, and you still draft a guy. While you still have Austin and Roman Wilson. I don't know.
Because Khan said, yeah, we had a great meeting. He wants to be great, and we have an admiration for him to be great here. He also said he had trust in Kenny last year.
If you're not down with that,
He did.
we've got 2 words for
Draft
you.
Jackson Dart first round. I think that's a reach, bro.
I wouldn't go that high.
I like Dart a lot, but in the first is a little too rich for me, personally.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Austin may really cook now. Calvin Austin? Oh, my God. Put him in the slot?
Or do they look to give Pickens a short-term extension, kind of like what they did with I think it was Deontay? Was it Deontay?
They gave him a
Or was it
extension.
Juju? It was Juju. They gave Juju like a 1-year extension, a short-term extension.
Pickens is not accepting that.
I don't know.
Pickens is not accepting that.
Well, if he does,
That's not even an option.
well, I'm just throwing it out
That's
there.
disrespectful to Pickens.
I'm just throwing it out there. Unless they actually do give him a 3 to 4 year extension. Well over 100.
It would have to be 3 to 4 year. By the way, for those tuning in, appreciate you guys. This is immediate live reactions discussing the DK trade. This happened about an hour ago. Still high from the vibe, from the news.
Still want to rush, yeah.
So if y'all are new here, please hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, if you guys enjoy what you're seeing. We're almost at 200 likes, so we greatly appreciate you guys, man. This is I didn't think this was going to happen today. I didn't think the Steelers were going to do anything up until tomorrow.
No.
Which I'm expecting them to sign a corner. If they're going to make a move tomorrow, it's going to be one or two things, or both. It's going to be a corner and or a quarterback. It's necessary. They have to tomorrow. They have to.
Oh, of course.
They 100% have to. Dart not making it to the second? I don't think so either. I think someone's going to overdraft him. I don't think he's worth a first this year. I like him a lot, but not that much.
Wow, man.
But listen, I don't rule it out either. I definitely don't rule it out.
If you're not down with that,
Charge another child
we've
coin.
got 2 words for you.
Same principle.
Oh, we got another one coming.
The Steelers suck.
Not that one.
I love that soundbite. Where is it? I see it. Is that going to hit?
If you're
There
not
we go.
down
I need to
with
change the
that,
timing on these.
we've got 2 words.
We're going to start with
for
Child of the
you.
Coin with 199. Sign Fields, draft Dart, let GP and DK play together. If Dart makes it, he's not going to fall to the second. We're going to have a second.
No, no.
If he
don't.
falls to the third, I'm doing it, but I don't think he falls to the third.
Well, speaking of
Noah Duffy
a pick, yeah.
with a 2. Trade Minka for pick back and Pickens story. Oh, God. Oh, God. What did Pickens
well,
put?
listen, trading away Minka, I'm not opposed. I just don't know who's going to take that contract, and I don't know if a team's going to be giving up a second-round pick for Minka straight up. I don't know. I don't think so. At most, maybe a third. I would not mind 2 thirds.
Where the hell is
Get another third to kind of replace the second rounder. I wouldn't hate it entirely. I don't entirely hate trading away Minka.
Miracle Academy. The fuck does that mean?
What?
I got you.
Can you show it? Can you even see that? Is that
It's blurry.
in focus?
It's blurry.
Yeah, you can't even see it. Hold on, maybe if I...
It's not gonna work.
No.
It doesn't focus on what's close. It focuses on the.
Okay, I don't know.
Well, it says Miracle Academy. That could mean anything. That could literally mean anything. I don't know.
You know he knows about the news.
Of course he does. Who doesn't know about the news right now? I'm okay with a Minka trade too, but your question is who's going to replace him? You don't want to open more holes. I'm always open to trading somebody if you have a solution.
There's been talks about Hufanga. He may hit.
I love
he may hit the
Hufanga.
he may hit the market.
But he has injury concerns.
I know he does.
But plus, he plays Elliott's role.
Yeah, isn't he the strong safety or the box safety?
Pretty sure he is. He plays Elliott's role, and Elliott's not playing deep.
What other free safeties would be out there in free agency?
Is Mike Williams gone? Going to be. The fuck it.
Uh,
I don't care about him no more.
yeah.
Javon Holland? Might as well get the other Minka. You might as well get the other Mike.
Dolphin. Why not? I don't know, man. Just one of those things to kind of throw out there. I don't know.
Rap Sheet just said on NFL Network that Justin Fields remains priority A for the Steelers, but that Sam Darnold and Russell Wilson are still possible, says Somber. Appreciate the update, my guy.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, but they still view Fields as priority, per Filipponi. Oh, shit. Hold on. You said Filipponi. Now, come on. You got to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Oh, right here. Justin Fields remains priority A for Steelers according to Rappaport.
We've
Okay.
got 2 words for you.
Eddie T, what's up, Eddie?
What's up, Eddie, bro? How you feeling, brother?
Russ got DK to Berg and Pickens better act right. I don't think he will. I love Pickens, but I don't think he's ever going to mature. I've already settled and lived with that.
Does Lockett come to the Berg too?
No. I don't want Lockett now.
No?
No.
All right.
No.
All right.
No.
All right.
No.
So we're good at wide receiver.
We're not consuming Seattle, okay? We're not. Trade up and get a quarterback. You're going to have to trade everything in the book to get the number 1 pick. And the Titans aren't giving that up for nothing. They're not giving that up for nothing.
Probably not. I don't think they want to ride with Will Levis anymore.
Unless the Titans sweep everyone from underneath and sign Sam Darnold. But that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that's stupid. They should not do that. They should not do that.
Russ, fuck you. Stay away from my football team.
What?
Russ is,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Now, I don't know how recent this Instagram story is. But he posted a Instagram story of him, Ciara, DK, and his wife. Just behind like a white screen taking a picture with family and a black heart emoji. I don't know how recent that is. But no, Russ,
If
no.
you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Sean Pinkerton with a 2. Send Pickens to Vegas or San Fran to get an early second. Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't hate trading Pickens, man. Even if we still, even if trading him away and having only DK is kind of in the same situation. At least with that early second, you can still go a younger, cheaper receiver, someone probably more mature, like a Jaden Higgins or a Jack Besh or if someone were to fall for some ridiculous reason, not. I doubt he does. Buka, if he falls that far, I mean, I just don't see it happening.
Maybe we shouldn't close the door on any possibility.
I'm not closing anything.
At this point, like
I think Khan's message to everyone, without actually saying it, is keep your mind open. Don't roll anything out.
sit back and watch.
Luther Burden might fall. If he falls, man, that's a crime.
Why would he fall though?
Who wears 14 for us? It's still gonna be Pickens.
It's still Pickens.
I think DK wears 4 or 84. It's gotta be something with 4 in it. It's not gonna be 24. It's not gonna be 34. It's not gonna be 44. It's not gonna be 54. It's not gonna be any of that. It's ugly. I don't know.
Geez, dude.
50% of people still think that Fields is gonna be throwing to DK. A part of me thinks it's gonna be Russ.
I don't know,
If
man.
you're not down with that,
Eddie T with a 199.
we've got 2 words for you.
DK, Calvin, Muth, Warren, and Lockett in slot. Great. Oh.
Lockett in the slot, I don't mind, but I mean, Calvin's just a return guy. I think Calvin was good enough last year to be the slot option.
Yeah, Calvin can be Calvin and Roman can both rotate as a slot option.
I think you got to have that speed in the slot. I think you have to. I think it's very important that you have that speed in the slot. Up the middle. All right, chat. I want to get you guys' opinions. Would you trade Pickens? Yes or no? Because you would inevitably draft his replacement in the draft if you trade Pickens this year. It's gonna happen. So it's not like, oh well, who's the receiver? We're gonna draft somebody, and that somebody is gonna be younger, cheaper, for the next 4-something years, and probably not as much of a head case.
The Sean Elliott story says Noah Duffy.
People are saying no. It's a margin of yes and no. I'm gonna look at it from both sides. If you trade Pickens, you get someone younger and more mature, ideally. You don't have to pay another receiver, top money for the next 4 or 5 years, and you get someone that's not as much as a head case.
Yeah.
Because Pickens is never going to mature. Never. With or without this DK trade, he was never going to mature. But if you trade him away, you lose that big playability. You lose that extra vertical threat. You lose that duo, that dream Madden duo. You miss out on paying 2 legit receivers top money, which is 100% worth it. It has succeeded for many teams in the league. Look at the Eagles. You do miss out on that. And the offense doesn't have much money thrown into it, so you might as well throw money into the only playmakers you have on offense. Literally, the only playmakers. No disrespect to Muth, no disrespect to Warren, but legitimately the only playmakers you have. You want playmakers, you give them playmaker money.
Or you want to keep playmakers, you got to pay them.
And you have to set up the future quarterback with as many good weapons as possible. So you look at it from both ends. You look at it from both sides. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not outwardly saying no. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not vouching for it, but I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it happens, but I also thought this wasn't going to happen, and it did. We can't rule anything
Just
out.
keep our minds open about almost everything. Keep all possibilities open.
Kathy, I agree. Repeating the same old playbook and coaches every year does not result in winning, and that's still the humbling reality of this move.
That's the worrisome thing heading into the season, yes. That's always going to be the case.
I'm not going to let this DK move confuse me or distract me or brainwash me. I'm not.
Oh, we're close to a Super Bowl. Far from it, people.
No, we're not.
Far from it.
No, we're not. If anything, this move excites me more for the future with the new quarterback rather than just this season.
And maybe that's what Khan's looking to do.
That's exactly what he's doing. He knows he's not going to get a quarterback this year. He already knows, hey, the draft is in Pittsburgh in 2026. We're getting our guy that year.
Yeah, you don't think that he's trying to cook something up?
Of course he is. And guess what? If he signs Fields or he signs Darnold, who's to say that rookie doesn't sit? That's not a bad thing. I think we need to normalize a rookie quarterback sitting, no matter how ready they are.
It's what happened to Patrick Mahomes. It's what happened to Jalen Hurts.
That's what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Didn't Josh Allen sit for a little bit?
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks been sad for a couple weeks. It's not a bad thing. We need to normalize that again. Instead of just throwing these guys into the wolves day one, we need to normalize them benching.
Yeah, I mean, there's a rare occasion where a C.J. Stroud's going to stand out.
Lamar too.
Yes. There's a rare occasion where C.J. Stroud stands out or Jaden Daniels stands out. Those are recent examples, but rare exceptions at the same time. Extremely rare. Having a guy sit and learn and develop and get better, work on the fundamentals, work on the weaknesses, and just get stronger with the positives, that should be the way to go.
Yeah.
That's just at least what I'd prefer to happen. I think it's a more ideal situation.
Maybe that's Omar Khan's mentality.
It's a situation that in recent trend and recent history or history in general, that just pans out for the better.
Maybe that's his mentality. It's not a bad way to go. I think that's what a lot of teams should be doing. I think that's why a lot of quarterbacks fail in the league. Like, we need to normalize them being sat for however long if they have to. And quarterback next year, hey, there's a couple good guys that are going to be in the first round, man. I know the top guy is Archie Manning. We don't know if he's actually going to declare. We don't know. I think he was a freshman last year. So he's going to be in a sophomore year. Is he going to declare after his sophomore?
I mean, he needs a full college season of experience. He doesn't have that yet.
What about the Nico guy from Tennessee?
Yeah, he's probably arguably the number one dude.
He's young and very humble.
Yeah.
You got Drew Allar. From Penn State.
Of course.
He made the right decision going back to Penn State. He was not ready for this year.
Far from it.
Going back is the best thing for him. You got the kid from Clemson who looked very good towards the end. Cade Klucknick.
Like, the options are more digestible for 2026.
I agree.
They're much more they're more appetizing. They're more better.
Those are just a few that pop off the top of my head. I don't actually think Archie Manning's going to declare next year. I don't. I think it's too early for him.
It should be ideal for him to stay. Plus, him being a Manning and whatnot, I would have to imagine that, he's going to carry that same pedigree of like, hey, I got a last name to live up to. I got a reputation. He's probably looking at not wanting to screw it up.
Right. You rather have Sam Darnold or Russ? I'd rather go younger.
So Darnold then, but he's more expensive.
Yes. So that contradicts.
know.
That contradicts. But how much is Russ going to cost?
Well, I don't know.
How much is Russ going to cost?
Would he be 30 mil? Would you pay Russ 30 mil?
No.
No, I wouldn't either.
I'm not even paying Darnold 30 mil, bro. I'm not.
But it's the market.
We need Fields and draft his replacement. They could very well do that this year. I think they should do that next year, but they could do that this year.
Why did I see A-Rod?
There's not many I would accept. Dart is one of them. I don't think he's going to fall to the third because I'm not taking him in the first. I'm not rolling it out. I just don't think he should be drafted that high. Will Howard's solid, but he's not until day 3. Same thing with Dylan Gabriel. He's not till day 3.
Unless they want to lean back.
Kyle McCord, same boat. A lot of these guys are day 3 talents.
Unless they want to wait that long.
Sam Leavitt, yeah. He's another one in 2026. Again, there's names there. This upcoming draft, this upcoming college season is going to be very, very fun to watch, to look closely at a lot of these guys. Because I have no doubt in my mind, unless they go the quarterback this year, that 2026 is going to be the year of the quarterback for the Steelers.
Well, listen to this. DK Metcalf on 20-plus yard targets last season. 16 receptions, which was first. 489 receiving yards, which was fourth. 5 touchdowns, that was tied second. And a 97.2 PFF grade, which was second. That was bound to be coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Coach Zach Asani on Twitter 6 minutes ago. RDA loading 2025.
You know Zach Asani's happy about that.
Yes, sir.
And he has a great resume of working with number 1 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton, Garrett Wilson. Now he's got Metcalf.
Yeah. But again, I'm not rolling out a trade.
Of Pickens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, bro.
Just gotta wait on the quarterback. It really depends on who's going to be the QB, who's throwing the ball to DK and George.
I'm kind of hoping we get some news now, but we're not.
And according to Rappaport, just recently, Steelers are still making Fields priority A, which I hope truly is the case.
Fields and Genty duo. Dude, I kind of need it.
Yeah, imagine that, bro.
I don't know if Genty falls, but I'm telling you right now, if he falls, he's the pick. 100%. And I thought that even before we traded for DK.
If you're not down with that,
See, now I'm brainstorming. Now I'm really thinking.
Isaiah with 499. As an Ohio State football fan, hell no to Kyle McCord and hell no to Will Howard. Again, day 3 guys.
See, now I'm brainstorming because
Quarterback this year is just not a good class to take a quarterback.
No. At least not until later round if you want a backup, which is perfectly fine. You could use one. But I'm thinking of free agency. There's no doubt they need cornerback. I'm sure that they're going to be heavy into the cornerback department. I would sign 2. I feel like they have the cap resources to sign 2. Maybe they do go heavy with defensive line in free agency.
Milton Williams is the guy I want.
Yeah.
In fact, this is a good way to transition. Let's get into some free agency talk. Let's start with the quarterback. Who do you guys personally think is going to be the quarterback, man? I know there's still a poll in the chat, but who do you think is going to DK and Pickens?
Is it Russell Wilson? Is it Justin Fields? Is it Sam Darnold? Is it Aaron Rodgers? Who is it going to be? You all know our preferences.
Personally, I want Fields. Realistically, I'm going to say Russ.
Now with this Metcalf trade, I think Russ coming back is a higher possibility now.
Fields or Darnold? Darnold, Wilson, Carr. Derek Carr?
No, he's staying with New Orleans. I don't even want Derek Carr.
Bad feeling it'll be Wilson. I want Fields. I feel you, Mike. Joe Flacco.
I'm not opposed to him as a backup. That would be fucking weird, though. Flacco as a Steeler.
I can't envision that.
I know. It just wouldn't look right. It wouldn't. So upset he torched us in that Colts game.
Yeah, I know. Richardson. I mean, it's not the first time we've heard that today.
No, it's not out the realm of possibility. Who knows? Like maybe that is the next possibility. Who knows?
Daniel Jones.
No. Winston? I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not on the Winston train.
Bring Ben back from retirement. You know what? With this offense, I think he would. With this receiving core, I think he would. He's like, I never had receivers this big before.
Yeah, where was this
He always
when I
had
was
the
playing?
midgets.
Where was this when I was playing? I only had Burris and that was it.
Claypool.
That was it.
He had midgets.
That was it.
He had Wallace. He had Sanders. He had Brown. Oh, Martavis Bryant.
Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, he was another tall dude.
That was a statue. Yeah.
That was an unfortunate story.
Yeah.
He had AB. He had Holmes. He had small dudes, bro. He didn't have no none of this.
No towers.
Oh. All you gotta do is throw it deep. But his arm's a noodle now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If we get Rodgers, bro, that would
absolutely kill the mood.
That would null and void this move.
DK would probably be like, nope, take me back. Nope.
He's like, no.
Nope.
He's like, I changed my mind.
I don't want to be here.
You know what's funny is they could. If up until Wednesday at 4, they could. They could absolutely just cancel the trade if they wanted to.
Wouldn't be the first time a trade was canceled by the Steelers.
Pack the season up if that ever happens. Ryan Switzer, may we never forget. I would rather forget.
Oh, yeah. Good old
Ben
Switzy.
loves Switzer.
Good old Switzer.
Ben loves Switz, bro.
I heard he's getting into coaching, Switzer.
Good for him.
I think he'd be a good coach.
Down with that, we've got 2 words for
What
you.
would TJ and Bosa look like to an offense? That would look like terror. That's what
It would be a scary duo, but yeah, Joey's not coming here.
No,
He can go to the Dolphins. He can go play with his brother, of course. He could go the Falcons. I don't know. Wherever.
Jericho Cotcher. Of course, Jericho Cotcher. Yeah.
Yeah, he had 10 touchdowns
He was
that one
solid,
year.
man.
10 touchdowns that one year.
Yeah. Won't forget Rodgers and Adams doing the dramatic reveal like they would do something. Imagine Russ and DK does that. Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, like,
Russ did good, but at the end of the season, there were some issues, but it was everyone on the team. It was just awful, awful collapse. I thought Russ was serviceable. It's just, do we want to run that again? I mean, no matter what we run, it's going to end up the same way to me. But, I mean,
now with DK here, I mean, like, it's more likely.
I don't know. Will they be allowed to throw over the middle? No, not as long as Mike Tomlin is running.
I don't know how you have a guy like Metcalf.
It's so unsafe.
Of his figure, and you don't want to attack the middle.
It's too scary. It's so unsafe. I think it's running the football is more safe than throwing the football. You have a lot more opportunities of throwing the ball. No shit. What's the point of throwing the football? God.
Yeah.
You guys think Fields resigns with us? I don't. I want to, but I don't. I think we get Russ, and I hope I'm wrong.
Here, same thing with the Metcalf situation. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not going to get my hopes up if Fields does not stay.
Berserker says, I would love Fields, DK, Slayton, Muth, Warren, and Henderson. Trade Pickens for a late second or early third to get Henderson. Then Slayton's your 2? Ew.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Well, if we trade a 5th-round pick for Jair Alexander, would they accept that? I don't know. They might want something a little more expensive. I would like for a 5th. I mean, it's not a lot that you're trading for either. The only issue is, he's only played like 14 games the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue you run into.
Unless they trade away Pickens and go a Lockett, then they really want to run it back like Seattle, which
Yeah.
I would not do. Not ideal.
I don't get it.
No, but
John, refresh Twitter, see if there's any extra.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. There's just nothing yet.
Well,
not yet.
Believe me, somehow the chat would have told us. That's how they told us about DK, bro.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my wide receiver 1, bro. This is what we call bully football.
Yep.
Bully ball, bro.
They ain't playing around. Metcalf don't play around. That's for damn sure.
Bully football, bro. That's my wide receiver.
And now with Metcalf here, again, I think it takes wide receiver out of the equation of free agency, at least for now. They could still look into the market, look for maybe a depth guy, a special teamer or whatnot, somebody that could be a solid asset as far as depth goes. I don't want to rule it out completely, but as far as big name stars or name value, I mean, like, that's now eliminated.
Right.
We now have Metcalf, we have Pickens, so wide receiver. For now, I would say that's out the equation. Cornerback, of course. You know, there's a loaded room of cornerbacks. You got DJ Reed, you got Charvarius Ward, you got Byron Murphy, you have Asante Samuel Jr. Why not another junior, you know, with this team paired at cornerback? You got Paulson Adebo, you have Nate Hobbs, who I'm hearing is going to be getting a huge market. I would have to imagine that the Steelers are going to put their hand into the cookie jar, try to get him. Plus, he has chemistry, and he's familiar with Gerald Alexander. So I can see that happening. I mean, like, the names that, you know, I just mentioned out there, it's a loaded cornerback group. I have to imagine the Steelers are going to be highly aggressive in that department.
Agreed.
I think so much that they could sign two. They could sign an outside guy, and they could sign a slot guy.
That's kind of where I'm at, especially at corner. John might get cut. Packers could be desperate. Honestly, bro, if that's the case, man, I could see him being almost like another Joe Hayden in a sense.
I would not be opposed. It's just the injury concerns the past number of years.
Metcalf just followed. Wait, what?
What?
Metcalf just followed Fields. Okay, who's keeping track of this? Who's to say he wasn't following him before? You know? Was he following Fields before?
I'm not really going to look into that a lot. I'm not going to look too much into that. But, all right. Are you actually looking?
No. 5-year, $150 million for DK, man.
150. 150.
I'm looking at the Bleacher Report article right now.
Uh-huh.
New money average of $33 million. I don't know how that maths, but
You guys think we are drafting a wide receiver in the first round now? Jacob, not anymore.
not right as of now. No, I'm not. If they trade Pickens, absolutely. Noah, you gotta be checking Instagram, bro. Come on.
I saw Elliot's Instagram story. It's the video of the dude dancing on the stage, but you know people edit out. It's Omar Khan edited in that. So
Oh, he's in Ireland. DK
he's still
Metcalf.
in Ireland. He was at one of the games yesterday. Yeah,
Good for him. Oh, he's at a pub right now.
DK's going to go to Ireland. DK's going to
Yeah,
Ireland.
because the Steelers are playing in Ireland.
Yes,
next
they
year.
are.
Oh, shit.
As the designated home team. So DK gets to go to Ireland. Man.
Beanie's story.
Yep. The
Oh,
Beanie's
crazy.
happy. Patrick Queen's happy.
Kenneth Grant, book it. I love that.
Yeah, defensive line. That's another position that they could be looking at.
I'm still booking defensive line as of now. It could be running back. How much would we have to spend to sign Asante Samuel? Roughly 10 to 15 million.
It's not a horrible market,
No, it's not.
but it's a man that plenty of experience in the league. He can be an outside cornerback. He has the bloodlines. You know, he's got that pedigree to him. He's a good player.
He's a good player. I just don't like his tackling in the run game. But he has excellent ball skills.
He does.
We still bringing back the great Dan Moore at left tackle. After Ronnie
You're
Harrison,
not down with that? We've got 2 words for
not Ronnie
you.
Harrison, Ronnie Stanley. After his extension, no, Dan Moore's gone. Thank God. Gary Flanagan with a 1999 says Minka is
If
so
you're not
involved.
down with that,
Oh.
we've got 2
We got another one.
words for you.
First of all, Gary says Minka is so involved defensively, I doubt Tomlin would ever deal him. I would love either Genti or Agbuka first round, trade George Pickens for a second round. Pumped to hear the DK chance in Hines this year. Here we go. Quarterback 1 is Justin Fields too. I love all that. Again, I'm not ruling out. I'm not opposed to a Pickens trade.
Not rolling anything out at this moment.
I'm not opposed whatsoever. And Acom, AKM, with a 2 says, I don't trust Justin Fields. That's fine. And I don't trust Darnold. I don't trust Russ. I don't trust Rodgers. That's just personal opinion.
We all have our preferences. That's fine to have that. That's your opinion. It's our opinion. You know? But I have to imagine that again, it's imminent as far as quarterback news goes.
Absolutely.
It's soon.
Oh, it's gonna. I predict something's gonna happen tonight.
Watch it happen at midnight.
If it doesn't happen tonight,
Watch it happen at midnight like it did last year with fucking Russell Wilson.
I know. Literally a year ago, not to this date. Was it this date? I don't know.
I don't think it was exactly this date.
I'll tell you. All I know is it was a year ago on a Sunday, right before the new league year started. We signed Russ, and we went live late as hell. We were getting ready for bed, and then this happened. We're like, oh, we gotta go live. It was March 15th.
Wow.
March 15th, so almost a year ago. Could the same thing happen all over again this year? Again, not rolling anything out. You never know with Khan at this point, bro. You never know. You're keeping everything open. Tom Pelissero, DK wanted a fresh start, a new contract, and most importantly, a chance to win. DK, I got some news. He did not, according to his representation, say anything about playing in the warm climate.
Oh, he didn't?
Well, according to Tom Pelissero. So Diana Ruzzini must have got that wrong. Metcalf is all in on playing in Pittsburgh in the rugged AFC North.
It fits him. It fits his style.
It
fits his mentality. It's just a right fit. It is. It's a right fit.
It is.
I can't believe it's actually happening.
Arthur Smith loves to get his receivers up vertical. We saw that with Pickens a lot last year. We saw that with Calvin. We saw that way too much with Van Jefferson. We went from Van Jefferson to DK fucking Metcalf. Wow, that might be the biggest upgrade in team history. I'm not even playing with you, bro.
Bye-bye, Van.
Give him 11. No, don't give him 11.
No, that
number's cursed.
The best 11 we've had was, honestly, Marcus Wheaton. At least from what I experienced.
Yeah, going back, staying with Seattle. Remember his game against Legion of Boom, the one we still lost?
201 receiving yards.
Tony, my fault, is saying Rodgers. Why?
I'm just not in that boat. I'm not.
That's your opinion. That's fine. I just question why. Jay says, I was all about Fields until 30 minutes ago. Now it's Rodgers. Again, why? I don't find the benefit of signing Rodgers.
I just don't think he has it in him anymore. I just don't think it's ideal to sign a 41-year-old quarterback.
I don't think he's as mobile as he used to be. I don't think he can help us in that regard. He's a better passer. Obviously. Come on. I mean, in terms of mentally processing the game and reading defenses, Aaron Rodgers is the best there.
One of the greatest of all time at it.
Not substantial. He's not a substantial quarterback anymore. That's where I'm at. He might want too much for 1 year. It'd be Russ all over again. Just less mobile.
He just doesn't have great chemistry or a great relationship lately with the teams that he's been a part of.
What do you mean, what did Odell do? What are you talking about? Metcalf followed Fields on social media, says Chad.
Just now?
What do they know?
I don't know, man. I throw it out there that this could entice Fields to reconsider and want to stay in Pittsburgh now more than ever, or that the Steelers fed some under-the-radar information to DK, and that made him want to come here, and maybe they're finalizing something with Fields. Or a quarterback at this moment. Maybe it's just not Fields. Maybe it's some other quarterback. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what they have in mind.
Acom says DK will demand the rock. Pickens will demand the rock. If Fields doesn't go off for his career high of passing touchdowns and yards, it's going to be a very scary scene. You're not wrong. You could say that about many quarterbacks. Same thing with Darnold. Same thing with Russ. Same thing with Rodgers. Same thing with Daniel Jones. I think it's the same thing all around. So you're not wrong in that regard. No, I can say the same thing about many quarterbacks. But that's just for this year. Lord knows who's going to be the quarterback in 2026 when we draft someone is what I'm still expecting. Unless they draft someone this year. Not rolling it out. I can't roll anything out. Well, the question is, does this make us a contender? Jay, no, it doesn't. No, because we don't have a quarterback. And we don't have the coaching to do it.
No. You can't really call yourself a contender just based off your recent resume, your recent history. You really have to go out there and prove yourself this upcoming season that, hey, you can be.
Not down with that, we've got 2 words.
Shout out to the corn. 199 says, if we lose Fields, would you draft Dart in the first? No.
I would not reach for a quarterback.
No.
Whether Fields stays or goes, no matter who our quarterback is, I'm not reaching for a QB.
And listen, I like Dart a lot. Not a lot enough to put him in the first.
Because we have been in that boat of reaching for a quarterback before, and I don't want to experience it. I don't want to do it again.
This draft class is fairly similar to 2022. Just
maybe 2 guys.
A little bit better. But I don't see Dart falling out of the first. I think there will be some team that takes him in the first, and that could be the Steelers. I don't think he's a first-round guy. Could he overachieve? Absolutely. Anyone can. And it would force him to sit because, I mean, you're not drafting him to be the day one starter. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you want to sit him if you want to take him in the first and sit him for a full year, I don't hate it. Because, again, I think they need to start normalizing benching quarterbacks or sitting quarterbacks.
Even sitting him, you take him in the first and sit him, is it still worth taking him in the first?
Shador Sanders? No.
No, I'm good.
No. He doesn't have that leader in him. And frankly, I think there's a lot wrong with his quarterback play. He has bust written all over him. That's a huge gamble in the first. And I'm sure some team will gladly do that.
Probably the
Giants.
Raiders, maybe. If they don't come to terms with Geno on a contract
They're going to come to
extension.
terms with Geno.
Well, maybe not. They haven't yet.
Why would they trade for him?
I haven't heard anything about them close to.
It's not going to be like this, where we trade for DK and make a deal. You know what I mean?
Throwing it out there. Maybe Carroll has something else in mind.
Remix. Bro, the Steelers are not a contender.
No, they're not.
They're not a contender.
You can't say that.
We haven't won a playoff game in 8 years, which, in case you aren't keeping track, that's the longest playoff win drought we've had in franchise history. We don't have a quarterback. We are not a contender, okay? We're not. If we have a surefire quarterback after 2026 that shows promise, maybe I could tell you that they're a contender.
If they get past the wild card.
Where we're at right now, no, we're not. No, we're not.
Let's just ease on that a little bit.
Seahawks are going to draft Sanders at what, 18?
If he's there.
I could see Sanders falling.
If he's there. Mike McDonald with him. I mean, like.
So, in your opinion, even if Mahomes was quarterback one, Tomlin is so bad of a coach, he still wouldn't win a playoff game? No. He didn't do it with Ben.
He didn't do it
now,
with
granted, sorry to cut you off.
Go on.
Ben wasn't the safest quarterback with the football in the playoffs. Ben was pretty awful in the playoffs, actually. So I don't put all that on Tomlin. It's not fair. Ben was a big reason why we lost so many playoff games when he stayed around towards the tail end.
Right.
Ben sucked in the playoffs. He did. But no, even because with Mahomes, that's 2 different offenses. It's 2 different offenses. If Mahomes were to be here in this scheme with the way this offense is ran, he's not the same Mahomes. Because we're not putting up this, we're not scheming up the players the way the Chiefs do.
No, Josh Allen, same could be said about him if he was a Steeler.
It's all about the execution and the way they line up the offense. It's trash. It's not meant to succeed. It's not. It's not.
Steelers should. Shiloh. No, we don't want Shiloh.
Shiloh's, no.
We don't want Shiloh.
150-pound Nate Wiggins versus DK. Oh, my God. It's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Have the car wreck right now.
Have fun, Nate. He'll pick him up one hand and just thrust him toward the bench.
Seahawks getting Fields? Maybe. Michael, you're a Seahawks fan. Who do you want? You want Russ? You want Fields? What do you want Darnold? As a Seahawks fan, glad to see you in the chat. How you feeling about this trade?
Wild, isn't it, bro?
Tyler Shuck? Not until the third round, no, fourth round, day 3.
Seattle's talking with Russ.
Honey Love, I don't think you watch sports. How do you watch the playoffs and see how they operate the offense compared to how the Steelers operate their offense? You think it's the same? You think if they would just to put a quarterback in that spot, all that would change? The scheme sucks.
Dude,
The scheme sucks.
Dude, they weren't even competitive against the fucking Ravens, a division rival at that. A rival into which they have historic history with, where it was always close. It's always a hard-fought match, a hard-fought football game, down to the wire. The past 2 times, they weren't even competitive. You had Herb Strait saying, you know, where's the fight? This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, what is this?
Actually, Trevor Lawrence, I don't know. Why would they trade Trevor Lawrence?
They're not taking $100-something million of dead cap.
Why are we bringing Lawrence back up?
What's the coach's name? What's the coach's name?
Jay underrated 25. Yo, this is a legit weapon. We got to be patient. I know Connor's about to cook. It's all about patience. It's a patient game. The trenches are what they're trying to build. It's a very patient game. With the quarterback, you got to be very patient, and so do the Steelers right now. Ravens smack 90% of the NFL. LL, you're bugging. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you can't beat some of the best, how are you going to be a contender?
How can you win a playoff game?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, really.
Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Fuck, it's 9:30 already. Holy shit.
Yeah, we were here,
Time's flying.
6:45-ish when we started.
Roughly.
First hour, we were like, what are the Steelers doing? What's happening? What's going on? Like, yeah, they have time, but it's like they like time's winding down at the same time. They got to make some moves. And then the chat let us know, DK to the Steelers. And we're like, hold on, wait, slow down a second. What? Where? When? How? Why? What happened? Adam Schefter broke the news. And then, like, ever since, I mean, our minds have been blown for, like, the last hour and a half, 2 hours almost. Jeez, bro.
It's still blown, actually. I can't believe they made a move like that.
Yeah. We'll have the reactions up for a separate video.
Yeah, we'll crop it. I already got a thumbnail made.
We'll crop it all out, and we'll have it up for a separate video so you guys can just watch our live reaction to it. I can't believe the news broke while we were live. Has that ever happened?
NFL trade. Steelers acquire DK Metcalf. And $18 million non-guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which obviously now that's going to be.
We've got 2 words for
Child of the Corn, 199. Aside from Genty, which running back do you like? A lot of them. Marion Hampton, any of the Ohio State guys. Tutton from Virginia Tech. If you want to take a 3rd-round flyer on him,
Caleb
I love
Johnson,
him.
Devin Neal. A lot of good backs.
Scattaboo. I mean, those.
I love Scattaboo.
The final 3 are a little slower, but if you want a speedy guy, you got to go Hampton, Genty, one of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Henderson.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't take a running back no later than the 3rd, personally. I know you could probably get a decent guy like a DJ Giddens, I think.
Yeah, from
in the 3rd.
Kansas State.
Maybe a Dylan Sampson, a Tutton, like I said.
They could do that.
A Damian Martinez.
They could do that.
If you want. I mean, the running back's so stacked.
But now because we don't have a second, because I stated, I like, when we had the second, my expectation was that a running back is going to be taken within the first 2 picks, more ideally the 2nd round.
Yeah.
That's more of the comfortable spot. Now, depending on what they do with free agency, we don't have a 2nd round pick. They could go out, sign a cornerback. They could go out, be aggressive, and sign a defensive lineman as well. That would open up running back for potentially being the pick at 1.
If you're not down with that,
Right. Another one.
we've got 2 words.
199, Child of the Corn. If no dart or running back in 1st, do we go cornerback in the 1st? It depends which corner they get in free agency, because I have the expectation, and maybe at this point I shouldn't so they can make a bigger move, that they're going to grab a corner tomorrow. Ward, Murphy, Adebo, Reed maybe, Samuel, Hobbs, any of them. Carlton Davis would be phenomenal. Any of them. But I still don't roll out corner because maybe they want a nickel guy. A Jahdae Barron out of Texas would be a home run move at 21, bro. I would love Barron.
If he were to fall like that, I mean, you got your Swiss Army knife right there.
Or Trey Amos from Ole Miss. Benjamin Morrison is a lockdown guy. And I feel like if he didn't get hurt, he might be the number 1 guy in the draft. Taken over a Will Johnson. I mean, shit.
You got some
I
corners.
also don't want to rule out wide receiver. Maybe they want to stack receivers so much. Imagine like an Egg Buka in the slot or a Burden in the slot. Oh my God.
And completely revamp this wide receiving room.
Oh my God.
Which they need to. They already have. But why not do it even more so? Stack it with talent. Stack it with youth.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Maybe that's the change, huh? Right? Who knows?
Yeah, Justine Anderson, the Steelers aren't for major changes. I mean, that was also that was tweeted before the DK request was
during the combine.
Well, maybe she knew something before it was official. They always know something, but they can't say too much, which bugs the hell out of me.
I don't know.
Where are you on Roman Wilson? Make him the 3 or 4. I think he can still be a stud. That speed you can't teach. He has very reliable hands. He doesn't drop the ball often. At least telling from his tape in Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, he have 12 touchdowns his final year in a run-heavy offense.
Yeah.
With J.J. McCarthy.
I think he fits like a glove with this style, with this scheme. I do. He just has to showcase that his durability is on point.
Mm-hmm.
He can stay on the field. And just have him work his way up because of the action that he has missed. You know, have him work his way up. Don't just gift it to him.
Running back,
have him earn it.
Running back is our real problem right now. Keep Najee or let him walk. Let him walk. He's not a scheme fit. He's too slow. I let him walk.
I think we can get better, honestly.
I think Najee can do better.
I think it's best for both parties.
Yeah.
Have both move on. Najee do what he needs to do. Steelers, they do what they need to do.
Should have picked up Najee's 5th year. I don't know why they didn't, especially after his production, but I see why they didn't. He wasn't a scheme fit. And yeah, but you're right. He never missed a game. And it would have been a lot cheaper to have him than if they were to resign him, which is now going to be over $10 million.
Hey, Dan.
But I still think they ought to just, oh, God. I still think they ought to just draft someone high. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm, right?
Because I'm looking at the picture you just, you know what I mean?
Shows you, yeah.
Where's it at?
The NFL posted it. Man. Yeah, so far on Twitter, there is nothing as regarded news right now.
I didn't think so.
Not yet.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, let's continue on with free agency. So we mentioned quarterback, and a lot of you guys were saying Rodgers, Fields, you know, the usual that we discussed all stream. How about corner? What corner do you guys specifically want? My dream, like a DK move, my dream is Byron Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
If not Byron Murphy, Chardavius Ward. If not him, Paulson Adebo in that order. Then a Carlton Davis, then a Nate Hobbs. Or Nate Hobbs and any mixture of the other guys on the perimeter. Darian Porter in the draft. I love him in the draft. I don't know if he'll be there in the 3rd round. If he is, I don't see how you don't take him. My only concern with Darian Porter is he's a little older at 24, and he's only played the position for 2 years.
Old-ass rookie.
And he's only had 1 year of starting experience. So he's raw, and he's a little older for his position. My only concern with him, but he's sticky. He's very physical. Round 1, I don't know. I think there's going to be better options at corner in round 1.
I don't know if I'd go that far with Porter, but I see the upside.
We got, let's see in the chat, we got Ward and Hobbs, both of them.
Byron
Nate Murphy, DJ Reed. I think Byron Murphy has to be the guy, bro. He's a total scheme fit. Murphy and free agency, Porter, then JPJ would be nuts. Chris, I can't doubt that. You put Murphy in the slot.
They could do that.
You put Murphy in the slot. That's dirty.
Murphy or DJ Reed. Jair would be nice if he's released. They could trade for him. I don't know.
I have no faith in the coaching staff to draft a corner and be successful.
I don't know. I get it.
Out to the prowl. We can't develop corners.
We suck at corner.
tell me the last good corner we developed. JPJ's too early to tell, and there's some doubt. The last good corner we developed, bro. In his early days, maybe Cam Sutton, Mike Hilton. But they didn't stick around.
No.
So if you want to go like
Way back?
Probably
15 years back at least?
probably Stonehands Ike.
Deshae Townsend?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So that's why I'd rather go grab a splash. I'd rather make 2 splashes a corner.
How can they not?
Come on, man. Necessary. Why say old rookies anymore? The NIL deals will make it a norm to have older college players coming out. Well, it's older rookies for like certain positions, like quarterback. Can't be too old. Like Tyler Shuck is going to be 27 soon.
Yeah.
He can play quarterback for 10, 13 years.
All right, I'm going to call timeout here because there's no news, but
don't do that to me.
But there was something from Jerry Dolick.
Oh, God.
Because he quote tweeted when he, broke the news that DK's being traded to the Steelers. He quote tweeted and said, "In case you are wondering, the deal for Metcalf has nothing to do with Russell Wilson, his former teammate, per sources."
There is a God.
That might be something. That might be nothing.
Steelers Nation stand still.
But if everything is reported as true with what we've heard, this trade has nothing to do with Russell Wilson, and the Steelers, according to Rappaport, are making Fields still priority A, then, they got their priorities in check.
We want Fields. We want Fields. Some of y'all might not, but we want Fields.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for
With
you.
Metcalf, we got a winning season locked in. I feel like regardless, we were going to have a winning season. As much as we criticize Tomlin, I mean, I'm not expecting a losing season until otherwise.
No.
He overachieves a lot. He achieves nothing in the playoffs. That's kind of how he balances it out. According to sources, more help is on the way. Help is on the way. Okay, Electric, what are you saying? See, you can't just leave me on red like that. I need more detail. Grant in round 1 is a must. I love Grant in round 1.
Yeah.
I love Grant in round 1. I love any of the receivers in round 1. I love any of the corners in round 1. I love any of the running backs in round 1. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm scared and I'm lost and I'm confused and I'm a little excited at the same time.
See, I said at the beginning, a little scared, a little bit, because of the field situation at the time. Now I'm intrigued, just a little bit.
I'm still not expecting much this season, but I'm intrigued from a roster aspect.
I'm intrigued on what quarterbacks they could draw, or that could be drawn to Pittsburgh. Or intrigued on how this could, better the odds of Fields staying.
Yeah,
with the Steelers.
I've always been a believer in setting the tone. If you set the tone, that tells you everything you need to know about what's to come.
Of course.
That can mean anything in life. That could be the week. That could be the day. That could be a job. That could be anything. In regards to sports, that could be the beginning of the season. That could be the beginning of the offseason. That could be the beginning of the draft. It relates to anything in life, even sports. Omar Khan has just set the tone for this week for free agency.
And he did it last year with Russell Wilson.
But this is bigger.
This is bigger. This is much bigger.
This is massive.
This is huge.
So what else is in store? What else does he have up his sleeve? Omar, what are you planning to cook? I'm a little excited now. I didn't have much excitement 3 hours ago. I'm a little more excited now.
All it took was trading for DK Metcalf.
Oh, that's
making that possibility into a reality, fam. Wow.
Bro, that's crazy. I'm gonna put this up. Hold on. Shout out to TJ Black. By the way, I'm blocked by Steelers Depot, so I can't see some of their stuff. I don't know why they blocked us.
What we do?
I don't know. But what I'm gonna do is open up Twitter. I'm pretty sure the NFL is already. There it is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gonna put that up there? Put up there for the audience to view.
Bro. First of all, let me do this. Do that. Go away. Do that.
There we go.
A lot of clicking. Boom.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Bam. Yo, that zero is tough.
Yeah.
I'm buying a DK Metcalf jersey, bro. You think I'm playing? I'm buying a DK Metcalf jersey.
I am intrigued on what number he's going to wear. He's going to be sporting that for at least the next 5 years.
Russ is gone. Him and Arthur Smith have issues. He wasn't running the plays being called.
Yes.
Fields is signing a 2-year, $22 million deal. I told you already. Listen, hope you're right. Honey Love, I hope you're right.
He also says still going to sign Slayton, too.
I believe that. I believe that. For depth, yeah, I believe that.
I'm not opposed.
And then wide receiver might be fixed unless, of course, Pickens gets traded. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think there was any rumblings or news, but I mean, there could have been. It could be very much behind closed doors.
Denny says, well, at least we don't have to listen to the Steelers training for a wide receiver all offseason.
Yes. Oh, God, you're so right. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that relief is kind of
It's
off
over.
our
The
shoulders
rumors
right now.
But now here we are stuck with quarterback. Bro. Pickens and DK. I almost don't want to trade Pickens because of that. Like, why would you already have 2 established receivers. Why would you eliminate that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why would you put yourselves back into the scenario that you were trying to get out of?
I mean, I know why you would, but you fought hard for this, bro. This is something you wanted last year. Now you're just going to, I don't know.
Unflippin' real, dude.
All right, so we mentioned quarterback, corner. How about defensive line? What defensive lineman do you guys want to sign in for agency? Obviously, the top dog we all want is Milton Williams. If not him, I would love Bobby Brown III from Los Angeles. If not, I like Tier Tart as a depth piece. Then we can still go D-line early. Same thing with Puna Ford.
Yep.
Or Levi Onwuzurike from Detroit, or Hershon Wharton from Kansas City. They got options.
Now, I know 2 veteran defensive tackles are now going to be hitting the market. And you know who I'm going to mention. One of them is former Steeler Hargrave. Javon Hargrave.
Love Hargrave. Never should have left, but he's getting older. I think we need to get the purpose of signing someone in free agency, or the purpose of building the defensive line, is getting younger. Got to get younger.
Yeah. He's 32. He's coming off a season-ending injury. I don't think that'd be ideal to go with for defensive line.
Same thing. I know the chat's saying Jonathan Allen. I'm not rolling it out. But same thing with Hargrave. You got to get younger. Allen, a couple years ago, great defensive lineman. One of the best in the league. Probably top 10 in the league. His production has fallen the past couple years, and probably that's due to injury. You got to mention that. Maybe it's due to injury. But I think he'd still be a fine addition. I'd prefer them to get younger. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Allen is more of a premier pass rusher than he is a run defender.
We've got 2 words for
Joey Weaver with a 199. It's smarter to pay DK long-term rather than Pickens.
You're not wrong. I would prefer to re-sign both. Because if you are going to go with a rookie quarterback in 2026, you're not going to pay him until the next 4 or 5 years, which means you can invest as much money into the playmakers surrounding the quarterback. You know what I mean? Do it. I'd do it.
I think they can keep both.
But if they trade him, I don't hate it either, depending on the compensation or who they have to replace him.
But I do remember Jerry Dulick said, and I think it was just his speculation. I don't think this was an actual report. This was last offseason. He said even if the Steelers were to trade for a big-name wide receiver and pay them that much money, at the time it was Ayuk, he said it would not draw the Steelers away from trying to extend George Pickens. I would have to imagine that's still the same principle.
I do believe that. I do believe that. Yeah, Electric, I'm glad DK didn't go to Baltimore. I could have bet a lot on Devontae Adams going to Baltimore. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That doesn't rule out a Chris Godwin to Baltimore. I think they could still use some extra receiver help. So I'm not going to rule out them grabbing a threat.
It doesn't roll out Cooper Kupp being a Raven.
Oh, shit.
I hope not. I would hate that.
No.
I would not like that.
No. Allen has his former Alabama defensive line coach, Carl Dunbar. He does. You're right.
Yes, they have that chemistry together.
I forgot about that. You're right.
I'm sure Dunbar would love to coach Allen again. I think Allen is still a capable player. I think he's still very good. It's just the principle is just to get younger to get more push. But like I said, he's more of a premier pass rusher. He can still be capable of being a pass rusher.
Yeah.
His run defense isn't exactly the best. I feel like that's where we could get better. Though, it's not out the possibility of the Steelers signing a guy like Allen to help with the pass rush, maybe cutting Ogunjobi to have Allen replace him, and still drafting a guy to be the run stopper.
Where do you put Benton?
Allen could be the nose tackle, but I think he was more of a...
He's a 3-tech, not a 0 or 1.
So Ben would then be the nose tackle. He would stay there. But we've been adamant about Benton moving over.
Yeah, you can't keep Benton as the 0. You can't keep him as the nose.
So to us, it's more ideal to sign a premier and legitimate nose tackle that could clog up the hole and fill that hole. They can still draft one.
That is why I would much favor like a Bobby Brown, because he's a true nose. I know we want Milton Williams, but I would love Bobby Brown for that reason, to stop the run. And then you move Benton outside, opposite of Hayward.
Bobby Brown would be a great addition.
Otherwise, you go nose early in the draft with Grant, with Harmon, with Collins, and I was going to say second, but we don't have that no more. So maybe a J.J. Pegas in the third. C.J. West, maybe. I know he's a little undersized, but we'll throw his name out there.
Yeah.
There's options.
Okay, so this was 2 hours ago. I would have to imagine this was during when we were live. Jordan Ronan, he's a ESPN reporter for the New York Giants.
Hold on.
We've got 2 words for you.
Joey Wheeler with 199. Calvin wide receiver 3. Trio better than Brown, Bryant, and Wheaton. A.J. Brown alone. No one's better. So, no, they're not better. And it all depends on the quarterback. And we don't have a quarterback better than Prime Ben. So, no, they're not better.
Can't really say that.
AB alone makes that better. Because AB was different.
Yeah, he was.
I saw every snap of that legendary run.
Every catch, bro.
I saw it all live. It was some of the best fun I've had as a Steelers fan. And it ultimately didn't get us anywhere, but it was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But it sucks how it ended. But this is easily the best receiving core we've had since then. Undoubtedly.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, Jordan Ronan, who's an ESPN reporter for the New York Giants, he said this 2 hours ago. As we sit here 17 hours before the start of the free agent negotiation window, it appears the Giants are likely to end up with Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson as their free agent quarterback signing.
If you're not down with that,
Oh, I'm down with that.
we've got 2 words for you.
AB was him, bro. AB was him. This younger generation, oh God, it's like him and Calvin were the best of that era, dude, and Julio too. But wow,
Julio was up there. Prime DeAndre Hopkins was there.
I mean, Calvin retired like right around where AB was starting to get up there. But
Dez Bryant there too.
Dez
Prime
Bryant.
Dez.
Yeah.
Oh my God. AJ Green. Can't forget about AJ Green, man. He's a forgotten name because he was a Bengal.
I would rather forget AJ Green. He torched us so many times.
But I mean, like he was good. He was good. He was underrated.
Trade back for 31, get 63, extend Fields, Pickens, and Watt. I can see it. Najee is doo-doo juice. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Not doo-doo juice, but I get what
He's
you're
not
saying.
doo-doo juice.
Jordy Nelson was...
Andre Johnson, too.
Andre Johnson, yeah. Legend. Jordy Nelson, legend. I don't like what he did to us in the Super Bowl, but legend. He was Cooper Kupp before Kupp. I'm just saying, man. Those years, fun wide receiver play. And we still got a lot of fun wide receiver play around this time.
Oh, yeah, we got Chase, we got Jefferson, we got Nakua, we got Higgins.
Yeah.
We got DK.
Yeah, we do got DK.
We got Jackson Smith-Njigba, right? We got a lot of great names, man.
Too many.
AJ Brown.
Too many of the name. Do you guys think we signed a guy like Carlton Davis? I hope so. I love Carlton Davis. I know he has injury issues, but fuck, is he a lockdown guy? He's a man coverage demon. Such a good corner.
Mm-hmm.
I love Carlton. I love Murphy. I love Hobbs. I love Debo. Any of them. There's so many options out there. There's no way they don't sign one of them, right? We should resign Warren. The Steelers have until Wednesday to tender Warren.
I'm
Warren
surprised they haven't yet.
Warren will be back. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be back. I mean, Connor's already admitted it. It's just a matter of them actually doing it.
Yeah. Just give him the second round tender.
Dude, I'm looking at another mock of DK in the jersey.
Oh, another jersey swap.
Dude, this one has him wearing 1. That looks good too.
I don't think he's 1.
Bro,
He can wear 4 or 84.
I don't care what he wears. I'm just glad he's a Steeler.
Michael Pruitt appears to be on his way out. He can wear 81.
Chat, y'all still hyped from this? I know I am. Sign Darius Slayton. I still anticipate that to happen. He's very good depth. That would push Calvin and Roman down the list, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, that receiving core is stacked, isn't it?
I don't think that pushed Calvin down.
Well, he'd be the perimeter slot guy.
Who's Slayton?
You're not down with that.
No.
We've
Calvin?
got
Yeah,
two
Calvin would be.
words
Yeah, I don't think it would push
Slayton
Calvin
would
down.
play outside. 199, Joey Weaver. My initial reaction was, holy shit, they called my GPA.
Yeah, man.
Sign Russ, draft Dart. I see that a lot.
Maybe that's what they do.
Gio, what's going on, boy? Bro. I know
I
you hype right now.
Gio, bro, how you been, man? How you feeling, man?
Yo,
How are you feeling?
I don't know who the quarterback is. I don't know who's throwing to him, but holy shit.
Wild, isn't it, bro? Yo, it is crazy, dude.
Let's see if I can get another jersey mock-up somewhere on here. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, get that up here. Get that up there for the audience. There we go.
Yo. Why they make Pickens' head so big?
I don't know. I don't care.
Bleacher Report. Y'all gotta, okay, hold on. Why you make his head so big? Let me back this up a bit. Yeah.
You gotta back it up.
Make it look normal. That's reality, folks. That is not fantasy. That is reality. That is true life, ladies and gentlemen. That's just wild. Yeah, dude. It's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. What a way to set the tone for the week. I mean, there's not much else to say, guys. We were gonna go. We went live to discuss the quarterback situation and the question marks. We started the stream thinking, what are the Steelers doing? They're doing nothing. They're sitting on their hands. And then halfway through this stream, they make the trade of the offseason. Maybe we just need to shut up. Enjoy the road that Omar Khan is taking us on.
It was something I did not expect to happen. Not without a quarterback. They made this move without a quarterback. And this could very well change the outcome on who the quarterback's going to be for the Steelers. It could make this a bigger possibility of Fields coming back, of Wilson coming back, of course. This could draw other quarterbacks to come toward Pittsburgh or look toward Pittsburgh.
Oh, dude, quarterbacks going to be lining up at Pittsburgh's door. You kidding me?
Yeah. Like the Steelers were going to be the ones lining up. Now it's the quarterbacks looking to line up. Like, ooh, that seems enticing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They know they got a whole line of starters. They're obviously going to fix the run game. They got their perimeter receivers. They got a tight end. They have a solid
If you're not
offensive
down
coordinator.
with
But
that,
got
we've
one.
got two words
A1GTV with a 2 says DK and Pickens duo nickname.
People are calling them the Crash Out Crew. I like that. Crash Out Twins.
DK and GP.
Crash Out Crew. I like the Crash Out Crew.
Yeah.
The vertical demons. The vertical. I don't know. Those are the ones that come off top of my head first. Steel City Crash Outs. I like that one too. That's funny.
The Demon Duo.
How about we call them, I don't know.
The deadly duo.
The Deadly?
I don't know, man. Call them whatever you want.
I have no idea.
Call them whatever you want, man. The fact is that both of them are Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going to call them the Crash Out Crew. The Twin Towers? Oh, shit.
Oh, geez.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's not the right.
No, it's not.
Not.
The Vert Monsters, the Vert Gods, the Freaks of Nature, Terror Twins, Double Trouble. Yeah, Gio, I agree. We got to resign Fields.
Yeah.
Our own personal opinion.
And again, this could line up Fields to want to stay.
Bray,
And I hope it does.
Bray, I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your stay, man. Hope we can make you
Appreciate it, Bray. Thank you.
an often listener. Appreciate you, man. Crash Out Wreckers. I like that one too. Fields or boycott. I feel like it's Fields or bust. You know what I mean? Dude, if we resign Fields, I'll have just a little glimmer of hope. Just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Just a pinch.
Not getting my hopes up, but I did it for the Metcalf situation, and Khan caught us all off guard.
Here's where I'm at. I am not expecting Fields to be back.
If
I'm
you're
expecting.
not down with that,
Dreadman, what's up, bro?
we've got 2 words for you.
Dredman, my brother, what's up?
Good to see you in the chat. I don't know what's more shocking. This is John Cena's heel turn. You got me all, bro. I didn't expect either. Just like DK in the trade, my jaw dropped. I was stunned when that happened. Even when he stayed in the ring all that time, I didn't expect it.
No.
So I don't know, bro. I don't know what's more shocking.
Yo, DK really did the throat slash towards Seattle on his way out.
I love that. AB can still play? Yeah.
I have no doubt he still can.
He's out of football shape.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's never going to happen. I think you sign Fields to a 1+1 with a player option. Call it a prove it year deal. That's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at, bro. I already know we're going to draft quarterback in 2026. You might as well go with the cheapest and best option. In our opinion, that's Fields. To you guys, that might be Russ or Rodgers or Darnold or I don't know who else. Maybe they trade for somebody. I don't know, man. Hopefully we get an answer soon. Maybe tonight, most likely tomorrow.
I feel in my gut it's imminent. It has to be.
But my expectation is they're going to resign Russ, not Fields. But
according to Jerry Dulick,
I didn't expect this to happen, so perhaps if I don't expect things from now on, good will happen.
Yeah.
And that's the perk of it, is if you don't expect anything, the shock value is much greater. So perhaps
that's why I have little expectations heading into the Steelers season every year. That's just how I've conditioned myself nowadays as a fan.
if they overachieve.
And when that happens, I'm like, holy crap. Wow.
They did it. Ryan Connolly. Shout out to you, man.
I remember for 23 months.
Shout out to you, Ryan. Which trade is more shocking, DK or Luka?
Luka.
DK requested a trade. Luka did not.
Yeah, that was wild.
And that happened what? Overnight?
Overnight, waking up to everyone woke up to like, huh?
Why would Dallas do that? 25 years old. You trade away your franchise player for another old guy?
Yep.
What do they got? They got Clay, and they got AD. They got
AD got hurt shortly after.
Kyrie. They're living in 2015, bro. What the fuck?
Clay, I think he requested a trade.
I think he did too.
But it was like, I think the trade deadline's over for the NBA, so it's like, that can't happen.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was definitely more. It's one of the more shocking trades we'll see all season.
Yeah, and Dallas is really suffering with it.
Swear to you, I got you.
Yep.
I got you. I don't know how many coins we put in here, but we got to cash this out. Holy God, it's heavy. It's a lot.
Yeah, there you go. It's like right up to here.
Right where the damn whatchamajiggy meets, that's where it's at. That's a lot.
Yeah, what you call that?
A lot of cussing. I do apologize, but
We don't do it on purpose.
this is, well, second nature. Maybe that's a bad thing.
Well, the Steelers do that for you.
Maybe that's a bad thing. With that being said, bro, it's almost 10 o'clock. There's not much else to say. We've pretty much said everything we can. The chat said almost everything we can. Watch, we're gonna not be live, and then something will happen. And if that's the case, we'll be live again. Don't worry.
You can best damn believe it. We will be.
Nah, I got to get up at like 5:30.
Oh,
But
God.
if something happens, guess what? I'll just be high on caffeine tomorrow. It's not my first rodeo. We'll see what happens. But what I'm expecting for tomorrow is they will sign a corner and they will sign a quarterback. I don't know who. I don't think any of us know who. We have our personal favorites.
Preference. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But that is my expectation. I think it's a necessity. They have to sign a corner tomorrow because the top ones will be off the market ASAP, and they have to sign a quarterback tomorrow for the same reason. We need to know who's throwing the ball to DK. We need to. And Pickens. And everyone else.
Yep.
That's what I expect tomorrow. We might get some of those answers tonight. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
None of us knows what's going on. All we know is everything has gotten amped up just a little bit. Just a teeny bit. This sets the tone for the week, hopefully. Omar Khan, he's going to have us going on a wild ride for the first week, the first wave, the heavy wave, the huge wave of free agency, like he did last year.
Yep.
This sets the tone. It's going to be a wild week.
Yeah.
You guys already know we're going to be here giving you updates, giving our own opinions and our thoughts about everything. We'll see you guys throughout the week, man. Appreciate you guys for joining us on this shocking live stream. We opened up discussing what might happen, only to get shock valued by the trade of a lifetime.
Yeah, we were live for it. I can't believe it happened while we were live. You guys let us know about it. And it actually happened, man.
Bro.
And we will have that reaction uploaded in a separate video on this channel. So keep an eye out for
I'll
that.
be
We'll even bookmark it for this live stream.
Bro, exactly. I will crop this. Don't worry. Otherwise, see you in the next one. Most likely tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. I anticipate some moves to happen, so we'll probably be live tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Steelers got business to still conduct, to still handle. They've already done so at wide receiver. They have filled that position for now. They have fixed that position for now. Now there are other positions that they got to fix. And the Steelers, they got to get to work.
Time to get to work. They already have, bro. It's time to keep the grind going.
They got to get it to work at quarterback, cornerback, defensive line, running back. And who else knows, right?
Yeah. So
Con, get to work, man.
I can't wait for this week now. Especially now, I definitely can't wait for this week. So keep you guys updated. See you guys later this week, most likely tomorrow. You all have a good night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hope this week is strong, not only for the Steelers, but for everyone in this chat. You guys have a great, strong week, and we'll see you later for probably multiple updates. So see you in the next one. Here we go, Steelers. DK Metcalf, welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know who's throwing the ball to you, but get ready to learn 9, 8, 10, 7. Here we go.
As always, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace! Holy shit. That actually happened.
Wow, man. Unflippin' real. What are the Steelers doing?
Oh, hold on. Let me, hold on. What are the Steelers? Yeah, that's not, I got you. Hold on. Let me fix this.
They did something.
Let me fix this.
They made us eat our words.
Where's it at?
They made us eat our words a little bit.
Where's it at?
I know you have it.
I know I have it.
Get it up there, bro.
Give me a minute.
Get it up there.
I lost it.
You lost.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's height. Bro, that's height.
Yeah!